another edition of YouTube Take. I'm your glorious, illustrious, happy Hurricanes fan, sad Dolphins fan, this week host Big Rant 310 with my two guests, including the return of...
What's up, Nightmareballa1? Had fun with my family, talked to my grandma, played some Street Fighter, ate Joe's Crab Shack, all in all a good week.
And you, Phil?
Glad to have you back, Markeem. Glad to have you back. And this is your boy, Nytemare10, of course. Once again.
Well, we're gonna start the show, like Markeem suggested, by kicking him out of the call, and me and Phil doing another segment on college football.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry, Like, I would have rather them not even talked about it. That was terrible.
Hey, we're learning, guys. I gave decent insight into the Canes game. That game went about how I expected it to. I'll say that much. That's about the only team in college football that I could honestly speak about and be taken seriously. But yes, nonetheless, the weekend came and went. I thought it was a pretty good weekend for football as far as the games are concerned, as far as my teams are concerned.
Stop.
Okay, my bad. Markeem.
Before we go any further,
go for it.
I was not here last week. You all know what happened last week.
Yep.
The worst employee of America no longer has a job. All is right with the world. If y'all don't know, LANE Kiffin was fired before he even stepped foot on the USC roster. USC campus. When he got back to California, they pretty much said, yeah, after this game, bye, nigga. Clean your desk. He probably, you know what I think happened? He was talking to the AD. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and get something out of my desk, and I'll be back, and I'll talk to you in a second. Let me go put my stuff down. And the AD probably told him, when you go to your desk, just keep getting the rest of your stuff. And he just go, yes, Lord. Cody Kessler. What's the quote, kid? What's the quote? Give me the quote.
Oh, Cody Kessler. This is the exact quote from current USC quarterback Cody Kessler on how the day can go and all this and that. He said, I feel more focused this time because I actually don't want to mess up because Coach L will actually yell at you.
You hear that? You hear that? Say it again, kid. Say it again.
I feel more focused because I actually don't want to mess up because you don't want Coach O actually yelling at you.
What was LANE Kiffin doing then? When somebody fucked up, what'd he do? Just stand there? Like, what's the deal? I know when I was a kid, the reason why I'm the person I am today, good or bad, but the reason I am the person I am today, I'll let you choose. I let other people judge me, not everyone else, not myself. But the reason why I am the way I am today, because I knew if I did something fucked up, I was getting fucked up. That's just how it goes. You can the inmates were running the asylum at USC. The man had no control over his team. He had no idea how to call plays. His father was terrible, which is why he got fired, and the only reason he had the job because his son was there. That they were just in such dismay, and he wants to blame it on the sanctions and all that shit. Roster-wise, USC is probably his third most talented team in the Pac-12. We're just talking about their roster. These niggas dropped the game to Washington State and only scored 7 points.
At home.
At home. In the Coliseum, where half of the crowd had already just left. It was a mess. He had to go. He was, like I said, he was the worst employee in America. In America. What happened? What did you say?
No, I forgot about that line. The worst employee in all of America.
Yeah, he was, and probably in the world. If you think, we had a government shutdown. If LANE Kiffin was there, the White House would just be gone. It would just evaporate. It would just be gone. He is terrible, and I'm glad. I hope he never gets another job involving football ever again. Seriously. I hope he never he will, because the last name's Kiffin, but I hope he never gets another job involving football again. Some dumbass FCS school will hire him, and oh my God, just look out. They'll go 1-10, and then hopefully he'll disappear finally. Fuck that guy. Now I'm done.
LANE Kiffin!
Now, see, I didn't think he'd get fired. Remember what I said last time I talked about him? That'd be the last time I talk about him all year. Because I didn't think he'd get fired. But he got fired, so I guess I had to say something about it. Because I'm his biggest critic, probably on the goddamn internet. So
yeah. You did say that You did say that his next job could maybe be as a used car salesman.
Yeah, a used car salesman. A guy that sells computers at Best Buy. The chick at the DMV. Guy at like comic book store trying to get you to buy some bullshit. There's a guy at Foot Locker. What else can he do? He can flip burgers at McDonald's. You know, they're nasty and inconsiderate there. He can do that. Let's see what else. He can be a troll for the YWC. Yeah, he's the best troll in the goddamn country. So yeah, he can do that. He'd be amazing. Can you imagine him I bet he's a champion internet troll. Like I bet he's y'all remember? Well, you wasn't around for 2007. Never mind. So you probably don't remember.
No, I probably know the name.
He you know what? I think he's Master Boo Boo in the sky.
I know Master Boo Boo.
I think he's Master Boo Boo with out of the bodysuit. He's Master Boo. Cause he's a champion troll. Like, bye LANE Kiffin. I wish you the worst. All right, let's move on.
Damn. Well then.
Like you ruined the dude's draft stock.
Yeah.
Matt, you possibly ruined this dude's life. Matt Barkley may never see an NFL field when if he would have went in the first round like he was slated to, he may have. And you fucked that up. You did that. Like, you ruined the dude's life. Fuck you, LANE Kiffin. Seriously. Like, we don't know what Matt Barkley could have been. He'd probably never see a field now, and that's bullshit. Because athletically, he was better than Carson Palmer and Matt Leonard and John David Booty and Mark Sanchez. Better than all of them.
Could have won a national championship.
Yeah. With that team. And they fuck him.
All right, then. That should be, hopefully.
Cake.
What you say, Phil?
Is that some good cake?
Oh, yeah, this is a good cake, yeah. This cake is great. I mean cake, by the way. It's like double fudge and
I can tell.
vanilla. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
He's like, no, LANE Kiffin.
About LANE Kiffin. But,
all right, good.
Gentlemen, that may be the last time we ever mention LANE Kiffin on this show. But it probably won't be, because let's be real. He did horrible things year after year and still kept getting promoted. So.
Dog, could you imagine if he ended up back in the NFL?
That'd be amazing.
Like, I'd be like, I can't even knock this man's hustle out. I gotta just decide to suck in life. Like, for real. If he can do that.
Hopefully he's coaching the Dolphins.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine that shit? Like, the kid would blow a gasket.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Jesus. I'd be so pissed. Holy fuck. Okay, but anyways, LANE Kiffin, goodbye. He's like Vince Russo. I think we've made that comparison before.
Yeah.
Poor performance.
Yeah, and he thinks he's better than he is.
And somehow he gets upward mobility through being terrible at his job.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But anyways, that's over with. We're done talking about LANE Kiffin. Now we can move on. Now we'll talk about a lot of good news that happened this weekend. I personally had a miserable weekend, but the games were good, and I'll explain why when I do my take on my teams. But first off, we'll start with Phil, I guess. South Carolina had a bye, right?
No, They played Kentucky.
Nope.
Kentucky.
Go ahead, Phil. I kind of want to know what you think about it. Go ahead.
I wish they had a bye.
Go ahead, Phil.
All right, look. I don't know if you're just trying to keep the students in the stadium. I heard that quote. But something about, like, when we get a lead, we're just like, I'm bored. Or something. I don't know. That defense is not good, first of all.
Yeah, you go that far? You just straight up call them not good?
Not good. No, they're not good.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Markeem can vouch for it, but...
I mean, there's a lot of NFL players on that defense, man. Like, a lot of guys going to be playing on Sundays.
I don't know. You think so? Like, outside of Clowney?
Yeah, who's the fat DT they got? 99. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. I forgot his name. I'm horrible at that. Anyways, but... I don't know. I just don't feel like, we had Swearinger, Gilmore, guys like that. We don't have that this time.
Oh, they're not like they were last year.
Right.
Oh, no.
And mainly, I mean passing. Obviously, the defensive line, seems like it's always...
that secondary is terrible.
But good night, man. Good night. Like, Oh, Kentucky, you're not in the game? Okay. And by the way, if you don't, I'm sure some of you did not watch both games, but I was at the Vandy game and we were destroying them, and then we let them score, and then they're kicking it off to us, and we fumble, and they get the ball back. That same thing happened in the Kentucky game. So apparently they love to do that at home now. So that sucked. But as far as the man, this team, honestly, this team is not, as far as the game, obviously we pulled it out. Mike Davis is a beast. Some
people say he better than Lattimore. I don't know if I can go that far. But.
I think it's too early to say that, but, I can see their point, but at the same time, yeah, it's too early to say that. But let's hope it doesn't end like Lattimore. But, we have a I think it's 3, it might be 2, but I think it's a 3-game road stretch, and I don't know much about Arkansas, and I think Missouri's the other 2. Tennessee I watched against Georgia, and I think we'll get to that game later, but I think we're losing one of these road games. Markeem maybe can say something, but I don't know, man.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
It might be this week, so stay tuned, but I don't know. I just don't have much confidence. And then I'll quickly talk on Mr. I don't want to play.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I'm not going to be I wouldn't have been as mad if the coaches sat him. But Spurrier was in an interview and he said he a lot of fans defending Clowney. And I'm not saying he's not hurt. He is hurt. To a certain extent. That's the word on it. Certain extent. There you go. But Spurrier said, literally, that Clowney came up to him. He's like, why aren't you dressed? They said, why aren't you dressed? He's like, I'm not playing. Seriously? One, how does he have that power, first of all? Two, which obviously he's Clowney, I get it, but two.
Why does he have that power? He's the best player of the team.
Yeah, but come on. You're still in college. You don't deserve to just come up there and be like, I ain't playing. Okay.
Well, that's true.
That's what I meant. Granted, to a certain extent, if you go to someone hey, I don't feel like I should play, but whatever. Maybe that's how it went. I don't know. But that's coaches normally trainers come up to him and say, the guy's not good to go. Wait, who is my phone going off?
So is he what? Is he just does not want to try because he doesn't want to risk getting hurt?
Well, that's what I was going to get at. All right, so
sorry.
The word on the street or whatever is that he's
word on the street.
That sounded so weird coming from Phil.
That's so white. I'm not gonna lie. I am
no. He should have said. Now you all didn't hear this from me.
Y'all didn't hear this.
But the word on the street. Anyways, the word on the street. I'll say it again. Is I blow my phone. Anyways, is the fact that that Clowney, I think somewhat saw what happened to Lattimore. He's a little worried that he might get worse, hurt. He's not able to get, of course, he's not getting those explosive plays and stuff like that. Well, guess what, buddy? You brought that on yourself. I love you, man. You're one of my favorite players, if not the favorite on the team. So, but to do that, to rest in a game because you're worried about you have to go out there. Injuries happen, one, and then two, it's just and like I said, I mean he might be legit hurt, but at the same time to just stick yourself out the game, not let it be a trainer decision, and you're obviously frustrated because you talked a lot of smack and you can't back it up because the teams are doing they don't care.
It reminds me of Barry Bonds, man. I hate to cut you off, Phil, but remember when Barry Bonds was super hot and they just started walking him? They didn't give him a chance to beat him. That's what they're doing with Clowney. They just throw so many bodies at him.
and you can't. And I remember you making that reference before. It's true though. You can't fault a team. They know that you're the best player on their team, and what do when you face?
Probably the best player in the country, to be honest.
Yeah. So why do you it's the same thing in NFL. It happens in every sport. I mean, your best. I mean, it's hard to happen in basketball as much, but when you have your best player on the field or the court or whatever, the other team's plan is to shut him down. Don't let them beat you. That's what they say. Let anyone else beat you. I don't know.
Greg Popovich tried it in the finals last year. He tried to make LeBron take jump shots in the finals last year. Backfired, but it was a sound plan.
Right. It's the same thing. It's you make whatever someone's best at, or the player that is their best chance to win. You shut them down and let them have to win another way. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's just with Clowney. I really do think he did not want to. It leaked out. It never came from a reliable source, but it leaked out that that he was like thinking about sitting like the season, and it's like just to have that in the background, and like now he chose, like it clearly Steve Spurrier said like he chose to sit out this game. It's like you got to play one, like that's now what puts up question marks to why you're even in the conversation as best in the, like that, or of drafting you is what I was trying to say. Like that puts question marks for the teams that want to draft you in the NFL. Like obviously it doesn't put question marks, like you're still a great player. Which, by the way, I just want to mention real quick: people that don't watch Carolina games can shut up, because this whole just because you saw one game where a big hit, like that's the worst hit. Like everybody loves that hit, and I love it too. But that is like I'm like hating that hit more and more now. Like, because Clowney can't do nothing. Like even the announcers during games say it. They're like, Clowney's been shut down this year. It's like, yeah, but you don't mention the fact that they're like playing, like I just said, they're playing, and Markeem said they're shutting him down on purpose. Like that's all they care about is to make sure that Clowney doesn't beat him, which is smart.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Like a lot of those guys playing are having like the best seasons they've ever had because everyone's been paying so much attention to Clowney. A lot of people don't even know that. Like, but whatever.
But anyways, enough about him. I mean, I hope he's looking out for his health and not just looking out for the fact, for his wallet. If that makes any sense.
Oh, it's definitely his wallet.
Sure it is. That's how it is with all players. But hopefully he gets in and play. He'll probably end the pro, like his whatever bowl we make is he'll make a big hit again and just boost himself in the NFL. So. I'm a little worried, right? I was going to say this before the show, but I am a little worried with the Giants being one of the worst teams. I don't want him going to the Giants. But anyways, as far as Carolina, we want. I'll say this, and this pains me to say this. I really don't want to say this, but if we beat Clemson, Clemson should really check themselves. Like,
damn.
Like I'm not trying to be harsh, but man, I can't. Like Carolina is just not flying up to par. Like
they are officially after this week one spot behind the University of Miami Hurricanes. Jumped up in the rankings.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was mad because I was like, we weren't down in our game.
Now we're gonna hear this kid's mouth.
No. Here, I'll tell you the difference. We fucking wrecked our division rival at home. You almost gave the game away at home. There's the difference.
You guys trailed.
We trailed for fucking like 10 minutes, Phil. Jesus.
I'm just saying.
No. We've looked far more impressive than you guys have.
Kid, let Phil finish, and you'll get to talk.
This isn't about UM. I'm just bringing about that stat. He's still going to mention the Patriots and all that jazz.
Oh man, we're going to do that after we pass, college, first.
But anyways, it's one spot, so I don't care that much. That was one thing. Anyways. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I just don't like our chance. Like, obviously, it's every year. It's like Clemson and Carolina, they just play different. That game is different. It's in William Bryce. This is for the 5th in a row for those that don't know.
That would just be like if I was a Clemson fan, I'd kill myself for real shit. 5 in a row to my worst rival, so I can hear more Gamecock fans talk shit. I feel sorry for them fans if that happened.
And it would suck to be a Clemson fan for that, because But Carolina's been in that situation. I don't know if they've ever lost 5 in a row, but I know
never 5 in a row.
But they've lost 4 before, so but in the same sense, like I said, we'll go on into that later. But the team is just not playing the way they should, and it's just like it's disappointing. But hopefully we'll on the up. Like honestly, this is how bad. Like Markeem's probably gonna be like, wow. My Coastal Carolina Chanticleers are 5-0 right now. I know y'all like, who in the heck is Coastal Carolina?
I'm not,
I know that you're not, but people out there, just for instance, Mike Tolbert on the Carolina Panthers, Alex Thigpen, Jerome Simpson, they all went to Coastal Carolina. But they play South Carolina, Dewey Clemson, and I'm almost worried about that game now. That's how bad it is. But
no.
I don't obviously I don't think they're gonna beat the Gamecocks, but at the same time it's like makes you these thoughts come in your head when your team's looking at it. But anyways, I'm rambling enough. I'm done. I'll stop right there.
Your turn, Markeem.
No, I wanted you to go about Miami.
Alright, fine. Miami Hurricanes took care of business at home against Georgia Tech like I said they would. Duke Johnson played very, very well. Stephen Morris is still hurt.
Minus the fumble.
Shut the fuck up. And yes, I will admit that has been an issue this season at least. He fumbled twice against USF. But
my boy TJ Elderman fumbling too, but go ahead.
God damn it. But Stephen Morris is still hurt. It's very, very clear. His ankle's giving him some issues. You could see just whenever he would hand off the ball in my formation, he would almost like limp every time. He took a lot of snaps out of shotgun. His ankle's still fucked up, and it definitely affected some of his throws. But he was clutch when we needed him to be. He made the touchdowns at the most accurate time. He threw some very nasty picks, especially one I believe at the end of the third quarter when we were in the red zone, which was just terrible. Awful decision. But nonetheless, he played as well as I thought he could. Allen Hurns' ability to get yards after catch is just insane. Like, this guy, I've never seen a receiver
drops the ball too much though.
I know, yeah, but when he does catch it, I've never seen a guy make so much out of every catch. Like, he gets every yard possible that you could with that position when you catch the ball. Like, it's amazing. Right?
So you just never seen Marvin Harrison play? That's what you're saying?
Oh my God!
No, I'm just fucking with you, King.
God damn it! Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
What happens to this is my turn and all this and that.
Go ahead.
Defense started to play. This defense in the fourth quarter is really something special.
I agree.
Like not just the red zone defense in the fourth quarter. Like, it's like something switches on. You can tell that Golden really, really has the team motivated, and he keeps reminding them of what they need to do. In the fourth quarter, they just lock on, and they get turnovers when we need them to, and they fucking put games away. It is just amazing to watch, because last year, this defense would fucking collapse in the fourth quarter. It's almost a complete 180. Last year, the defense would suck most of the game, but then in some fourth quarter games at home, like the NC State game, where the Heat would sit in and the defense would just fucking collapse. Like at Notre Dame, the defense would just collapse. Like, it's amazing how not only do they not collapse, they do everything possible to keep moving forward and to take care of business. And it's not just holding off defenses. It's forcing turnovers out of nowhere. It's great. It's really great to see. The mental toughness of this team is very, very strong. The strongest I've seen in years and years and years from this team. And all things are looking good right now. Our next game, I believe, is at UNC, which I'm not really too concerned about. But to be honest, I'm not concerned about any game on this.
Don't be. We put up 45 on them niggas. Don't be worried about that.
But to be honest, I'm not concerned about any game the rest of the season except for obviously.
Nigga, you better be worried about us now.
No. Can you let me fit? You kind of cut me off.
Go ahead.
Asshole.
You said I'm not worried about any game.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about any game the rest of the season except for at Florida State. Versus Virginia Tech, I think, is going to be a challenge, but it is at home. And I trust this defense too much, and I don't trust Logan Thomas enough to close the game in the fourth quarter as much as I trust this current defense to take care of business. So it would be a challenge, but it is at home. I feel pretty decent about that one. But at Florida State, obviously, is the tough one. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting game, but I'm very happy with UM's progress right now. 5-0, kicking ass. I'm loving it.
You know, he's just going to act like we ain't got the best defense in that conference. But, you know, whatever. What
is wrong with you?
I mean, because you just like, I was going to praise them niggas. Now I don't even want to now.
No, okay, really? Come on. I've been waiting several days for your comments here.
No, I'm kidding. I'm going to say the bad thing first, and then I'm going to give, you know, like you did with A.J. McCarron. This ain't really a knock. This is just kind of a fact. Georgia Tech is down this year. This is not... In terms of talent, they're just not what they usually are. Usually they can be competitive with anybody. They might not beat everybody because of that triple option. And when it's time to pass, when you're behind, not the best thing to use. That's why they usually lose close games. But, you know, they don't even seem like the same team. Like, y'all played terrible and still killed them. Like, you know, they're pretty bad. But with all that being said, the character of this Miami team is a complete 180 from what it was last year. The talent was always there. They in terms of recruits, all these dudes are like 4 or 5-star athletes. Like, we knew eventually they'd be special. But I just thought they were weak. Very weak, as a matter of fact. But, like, now, it's like it's something totally different with the squad now. I feel like on any given day, with the exception of Alabama, they could beat any team in the country. I really believe that. I think, especially in their building, like, in terms of, like, getting it done when you need to, making the right play, things like that, somebody on that team is going to do it. Like, I feel like the quarterback gets a lot of credit when they don't deserve it. We're going to get to that shit. But Stephen Morris could be that guy one week. Duke Johnson could be that guy one week because he's done that. He's won games single-handedly for them. Their defense come up with a big turnover. Fourth quarter, motherfuckers just don't do anything against them, like, defensively. Special teams, they're always sound. The kicking game is more consistent than not. You know what I mean? Duke Johnson is a hell of a returner. You know what I'm saying? He got to get that fumbling thing under control. I don't know what's the deal with that. But, this team, though, man, like, I feel like they can beat anybody. Any given Saturday. It can happen. And I hate to say that because I cannot stand Miami. But I'm a real person, and I see it. Like, it's going to be hard for me to pick against them for the rest of the year. But I can guarantee you I probably will. But,
yeah.
Okay, Virginia Tech now, right?
All right, yeah. The team that you've been burying for the better part of a year on this show.
I've never buried the team. I've buried a person, okay? Let's put it like that. Frank Beamer's still one of the best coaches in the nation. Bud Foster, in my opinion, is the best defensive coordinator in college football. Oh, my God, let me put my arms up before I get beat down by college football fanatics. But it's true, though. Like, I think he's the best defensive coordinator in college football. He gets the most out of least than anyone else in the country. But with all that being said, I have to give credit where credit is due. The past 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, I ain't ready to say period, but the past 2 weeks, Logan Thomas has been, dare I say, pretty goddamn good. And and they say he bruised his ribs. And somehow this has made him play better. David Pollack made a funny comment during the Georgia Tech game. He was like, if this is Logan Thomas with bruised ribs, he was like, they need to just hold him down and bruise the other ones because he's been better than he's been in like 2 years, which is true. I'm not going to say I'm excited because I still don't trust him. I just don't. After his pathetic performances last year, how bad he was against Alabama, I'm not ready to trust this dude. But I feel a little bit better about the upcoming games, and we smoked North Carolina. We absolutely decimated North Carolina. It was beautiful. Because I don't like North Carolina any goddamn way. As a Duke fan in basketball, I want to see them just fail in everything, like everything in life. Like, I hope every North Carolina player like tears their ACL, like real shit. I can't stand North Carolina, but not much else to say. Like, if he plays good, we can compete. If he doesn't, we're gonna suck. That's just how it goes.
Your schedule's a cakewalk the rest of the year, except for Miami.
Except for y'all,
Versus Pittsburgh, versus Duke, at Boston College, versus Maryland, at Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, except y'all, And Virginia always plays us tough, too,
How did you guys wind up playing Alabama? Was it just like I know we played...
non-conference scheduling, things like that. Both teams agreed to it. Both schools did.
Man.
How it goes.
How do you think this team would play against Alabama right now? I'm not saying you'd win, but how do you think this would...
Alabama right now, Alabama week 1.
Alabama week 1.
Oh, it wouldn't look as bad.
Okay, so Markeem is actually giving praise to his enemy number 2. Actually, now it's enemy number 1, now that enemy number 1 has been fired. Yeah. But, yeah, positive comments on Logan Thomas. Are you going to actually consider going to a Virginia Tech game now?
I went to one this year, so.
No, but did you want to go to the stadium?
Yeah, I want to go to LANE Stadium, but I don't got the money for that, man. I don't think it's going to happen this year.
Okay. Fair enough. And you already, the last time you saw them, the last time you saw them, you had the quote-unquote worst performance in history.
Yeah, in the history of anything. like anything in history. God. So yeah.
Well, that's our. Oh, and now we got
that was worse than Carl Lewis singing the national anthem.
God damn.
You ever seen that clip?
I've heard about this. Yeah.
That was worse than the chick from How I Met Your Mother's like opening pitch at the Cubs game. You said
which chick? Allison Hannigan?
Yeah, Allison Hannigan.
I'm actually gonna look that up right now while we talk.
I can't remember. Was it Cubs? I can't remember what team.
I'll just type. I'll find it. I'm sure. Philip, talk about your Patriots. Had the first loss.
The Patriots, yes. Yes, we lost. Props to, first of all, before I get into the Patriots, I want to say props to the Bengals. They have a great defense. I never denied that they had a great defense, but I was a little skeptical of it. And then, of course, you see it firsthand, and you know, I got to throw my respect to them. Great defensive line. Their cornerbacks, played well. You don't play that much well against our receivers right now, but at the same time,
my bad. Sarah Silverman, my bad. Go ahead, Phil.
She's not in How I Met Your Mother.
I knew it was one of them weird looking white bitches, but go ahead. It was Toronto, but go ahead.
But Leon Hall, even without Leon Hall, I was shocked that they were able to, their cornerbacks were able to play as well as they did. Of course, wasn't really like I said, but like I said, props to the Bengals. I'm still it was a comment on the Bengals. I know I was supposed to be commenting on the Patriots, but I'm just getting to them first. I'm still not sold on Andy Dalton. If you had asked me that we had to score, they scored 13 points, if we were going to win, I was like, yeah, but we'll see what happens. But the whole Brady to not a touchdown, which is the first team to do it in however many so many games, 52 or whatever.
No correction, it was Allison Hannigan. But go ahead. This pitch. What are these white bitches with weird faces? It was a terrible pitch, and it was all over Sports Center and shit. But go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. It's whatever. But yeah, so I guess props to the Bengals. And now to the Patriots, which is the whole point. If you look, obviously, the start of the year, the offense looked so out of sync. Young receivers, Brady and the receivers not having the right chemistry. And then it picked up against the Bucks. It picked up against the Falcons. But now I'm starting to think, but in those games, Brady didn't have the pressure that he's had in these other games. So he's had a little more time to let it develop, things like that, and just things worked out. They got to Brady like crazy. I don't know.
Oh my God, did they, boy?
I don't know how many times, but and this is, I know people say this, since the history of Brady and the Patriots, whatever, since being successful. But you get to Brady, it's the same thing with Manning. It's anything with a pocket passer that can't run. And really, I was thinking about this the other day, and you guys can bring up somebody because my head's just whatever. Really, Peyton and Brady are at a huge disadvantage right now, because are there any other quarterbacks that can't run at all? Peyton, obviously Peyton. We'll get to that. But it was also the type of play.
Wasn't it what was it, where the Jets or the Buccaneers, I think, where Tom Brady ran on a draw, and he was just the slowest run in the history of the NFL.
I hate when he runs. I'm like, get down. I literally, anytime, if you watch the game with me, you would hear me, because anytime he runs, I'm like, get down. But it's that game, it's you could, normally and I'm not even going to say the two words that everyone likes to throw at Brady. That's soft and I can't think of the other word I'm looking for now.
System quarterback!
Shut up. But anyway, I will say this, in this game, the pressure was getting to him. In other games, and things like that, I haven't seen it, but this is one of the games that I've seen it more than anything, especially this season. This is the first time I've seen it this season. And it was clearly getting to him. I don't really fault the offensive. Obviously they get some blame. Their offensive line, they gotta hold the defense no matter how good they are. But I will say that that just defensive line was just getting pressure. And the key, and I realized this in the first game, and I think I said it on our show about the Bills game. The Bills just had good blitz packages, and that made it worse. Not only were they getting pressure. Or not only if you get pressure, but if you can blitz and get that in too, where we have to have another blocker in there, makes it even worse. And the Bengals did that. They would blitz every once in a while, and then Brady had he had no time. And that of course messes up your chemistry, because when you do have time, Now it's like, if they're not open for that time, or it's like, they're not open consistently. So it's like, Brady has time all day in the world to throw. Eventually, he's going to find a pass. But if he's not used to that for most of the game, like he literally might not find anybody because like all they have to do is cover him for that one play and just hope for the best, cover the receivers or whatever. But yeah, that's just. I had to give props to, like, we just couldn't do anything on offense. And it's so weird because, like, literally this team is flip-flopped. Like, this team's starting to become, like, I thought we were away from it, but I think it's because, obviously we did against the Bucs. I just think the Bucs just couldn't do anything on offense, so eventually they cracked.
Quick thought. I think your boy Belichick should pound the rock more, man.
I do. I was going to get to that.
But isn't Vereen's on IR and isn't really
really was out in that game too. And then it doesn't help that blunt fumbles, but anyways, what was I saying? But I do agree with Markeem. But what I was saying was like, the offense is now becoming like it was before. The defense would have a good game and then or have good moments and then like not have good moments and then have good moments and not have good moments. It would go from game to game to game. Now the defense is actually bringing in their side of the ball. I mean, you held the Bengals at 13 points. You should win the game when you have Tom Brady and at the helm. The point is the offense is not being consistent in general. And I'm blaming everybody. I'm not taking Brady out and blaming everybody else. I'm blaming everybody. Everybody gets blamed. And it's like, it's just weird because like the offense is being inconsistent. I saw a stat. I think Big Rat retweeted this.
Yep, I was just about to say it.
So go ahead and say it because I probably
the Patriots are 23rd in points scored and 2nd in points allowed.
So odd.
I don't want to say it's not Patriot football as a whole because we've been in that situation before. But I kind of have to. Like that's not Patriot. Like in the last couple of years at least, and like in the more than a couple of years, that's just not Patriot football. Mostly we're offense crazy, and the defense just has to do enough to get. Brady will score a lot, and your defense just have to basically kind of make one stop.
Hey, but you want to know something? This is a team I trust more postseason time. To be honest with you, think about it this way: them niggas only give up about 17 points a game, right? Is it like 17 points a game?
So I'm not sure whether exactly.
Yeah, they give them only about 17 points a game. You telling me Tom Brady and a bunch of nobodies can't score 20?
But like I've said multiple times, they're giving up 17 points a game to some of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. Or mediocre quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, Josh point that out.
No, but come on.
Leave it to the kid to point that out. No, you're right. You're right.
Facts. Andy Dalton, Josh Freeman, Geno Smith, EJ Manuel.
Rookies and Matt Ryan because Josh Freeman didn't give.
And the Falcons are looking pretty bad right now.
Yeah, that's true, and that's what I'm saying. Like now, like that kind of goes with the fact that I thought our offense was on rhythm. Maybe we just played two teams that just were that bad. I hate to admit that, as because I was hoping that was clicking, but and mainly it's like you don't get pressure, Brady's gonna have work. Like I don't care what, that's the main thing I've never liked. Like everybody's like, well, when Brady gets pressure, he's not the same quarterback. Well, no crap. Like him and Peyton's the same way, and I hate that Peyton's the only one I can go to but like Peyton gets pressure too. But the problem is when he doesn't get pressure, he's gonna lash you up, and that's what happens. And the Bengals got pressure the whole game, and that's what they needed to win. They just got to hope they could do something on offense. And the big thing that comes out of this that shocks me is we got 2 turnovers and then could not get points from. Like when
and that's just strange. This is the Patriots, man.
That is another thing. That's not Patriot football. Like the interception from Andy Dalton, that was a gift wrap, and we get no points. I mean, obviously, he threw it in the red zone, and then we have to go the whole field or whatever. But at the same time, it's still unlike them. And I will say, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so it's like, that's unlike them. It's like, then they get a fumble and they don't get a chance. And then Bernard, boom, gift wrap there. Romeo recovers. And I'm like, yes, we have this. Of course, Mother Nature didn't want us to win that game apparently, because all of a sudden it pours down rain when we need to score a touchdown then. But, I knew I was like, this is not healthy. If Brady does this will be all over SportsCenter like crazy. But it didn't happen. But another thing I was going to go to there is the Bengals, I'm not saying they don't trust Andy Dalton, but they did things in that game that makes me feel they were not about to let Andy Dalton finish the game for them. there was one point they ran the ball 3 straight. Bill Belichick was clearly calling their timeouts. They ran the ball 3 straight times, punted it to New England. They got a field goal before half. Like, really? Like, I understand. Like, had to score a touchdown at that point. It was a close game, but they literally just back to the Patriots. Like, obviously they didn't know they were going to score a field goal, but I mean, it's just like that was rare. And it's like a couple other times it's like I'm not giving it to Andy. I kind of feel like maybe that's because of the interception early in the game, but at the same time, so I don't really fully, but that's the Bengals and all that. But yeah, we definitely need to run the ball more. It's going to help. I hate saying this because I feel like this is a cop out, but getting Gronk back is going to help because it's going to cause, coverage.
Will it help that much when Tom Brady continues to be incredibly inaccurate and a terrible quarterback?
Oh shit!
Oh,
fuck up.
I knew he was going somewhere with that. Anyways, besides
that's not a cop out. Gronk helps.
right. But anyways, I mean, but you have, I mean, the key to the one thing I will say about this is the fact that and I'm not even beginning to like we're down the road for that game. But Denver don't have a pass rush, so at least the one threat in the AFC.
Well, at least right now, Von Miller ain't there, so
that's true. Yeah, so when Von Miller will probably be back for our game, I love, but I think he is actually going to be back. But yeah, we'll talk about Denver and its all its greatness and.
Holy shit!
What?
Tom Brady is 28th in the NFL in completion percentage.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was that bad.
I didn't know it was that bad either.
But it's all on the receivers.
It's the chemistry, dude. Like, it's seriously the chemistry. Like, it's not, like, I'm not saying, like, it's both.
Chemistry my ass. The only quarterbacks worse are Chad Henne, Brandon Weeden, Eli Manning, and Michael Vick.
But, hey, yeah, I knew Michael Vick was down there. But hey, no, like, seriously, though, it is, though. You know how that is. No, he's playing with a bunch of receivers. He's practically never played with before.
I think the factor of having a new offense should knock him from, like, 2 to, like, 19 or 20. Guy's fucking 28. It's not just the new offense.
Not to mention, I can't remember, but I think we're like...
Fucking Joe Flacco is playing without his 2 favorite targets, and he's still at 22.
But he's still playing with a bunch of people he knows.
Barely.
Like,
Marlon Brown's his number 2 receiver. He was drafted this year.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
And at the same time, I mean,
and plus it's Tom Brady, so the kids gonna embellish a little bit.
This isn't pointing to the receivers, but I am saying like we do lead. Like I think we're in like the top 5 for drops in the league. Like that's you still have to point that out, regardless.
Just continue.
You can throw out points to the chemistry. I'm saying that
like it's a multitude of things. You really think it's just because of Tom Brady? Shut up, kid.
But you know what?
I never said it was just because of Brady.
That's how you act. Your hate for him really bothers me. It really does.
It's not hate. It's not hate.
So it's fine. It's whatever. But let me finish. You can have your Brady talk whenever you feel like it.
Fair enough.
Same thing. We just injuries is a problem too. Like our defense, Vince Wilfork is going to be like the Bengals knew it. It's like we're running up the middle. Like the Bengals don't get that touchdown. I honestly don't think they. Well, I can't say they don't get it.
No, I'll say it for you. You don't want to, but that doesn't happen if Wilfork's out there.
I'll say this. Do they get that touchdown? I don't know, but they don't run that play.
No, I say no. I say they run the play, and that fat dude's right there to stop them. That's what I say.
But they don't run that play. I really honestly don't think you run out the middle with Vince Wilfork, but maybe QB sneak or something, but you don't run out the middle. So it's like, that's huge. Then Tommy Kelly is like, got hurt in that game back and forth, and it's like, we cannot lose another defensive tackle.
Now,
so
didn't he come back?
He came back, but then he came off again. So he was actually off for the play. But so it's like, it was just brutal. We lost. I mean, we got beat. I mean, bottom line, if you're not like, you cannot but respect the Bengals the fact that they held Tom Brady's offense to 6 points, regardless of the chemistry issue, regardless of the chemistry and whatever I was trying to say, new receivers, all that. So it's like, it is what it is. This was not the game I thought we were going to lose out of the stretch of 5 games that are hard. But it is what it is. We gotta keep it on. We weren't going to win all 5, and anyone that thinks so, and it's like, no one thought the Patriots were going 16-0 anyway. So don't overly overreact. But I think that Like there was something. I always forget.
The only reason, because I presume, I don't know, I presumed you were done.
Go ahead.
The only reason why people aren't overreacting, they just finally see the Patriots recently starting to play some real competition. And so people are just saying, okay, here's how they play against the good team. But I will admit, I mean, the Bengals, I think the Bengals are very underrated. I think their quarterback is very overrated. But I just think their defense is very tough. And when they're at home, they're tough to beat. So, I mean, that's my main takeaway from this. You guys got a tough matchup this week. You're playing the Saints, one of the best teams in football right now. Good luck. No, that's not, we'll talk about the game later. But, let me clarify to those that are new to the show. Yes, I hate the Patriots because they're the division rival. But the reason why I specifically don't like Tom Brady, and we're going to talk about this later, is that in my opinion, Tom Brady is like the only quarterback in the NFL who, when he makes a mistake, like you can't talk about it. Because he's Tom Brady. Because he's one of the best ever. If he fucks up, you're just supposed to ignore it or do what I hate the most. Shift the blame to a receiver or to a tight end or to someone that doesn't deserve it. And that's bullshit. And I've been calling bullshit on this crap for a while now. Tom Brady's completion percentage, even before this year. Last year, Tom Brady had a 63% completion percentage. Right now, actually, I didn't check it. Actually, I actually should just check it from last year. Yeah, Tom Brady last year wasn't in the top 10 in completion percentage.
All right, I'm back. Are we doing this now? We're doing it now?
No. We're not doing the whole thing. I'm just clarifying. Last year, Tom Brady wasn't in the top 10 in completion percentage in the NFL. And that's with Wes Welker and Gronk healthy. That's with all the talent, right?
Well, not really Gronkowski.
But you know what I mean.
Play, but I get what you're saying.
He still played a decent amount. And they had Aaron Hernandez. And Wes Welker and Danny Woodhead and all their GOAT boys. He wasn't in the top 10 in completion percentage. But the guy still gets idolized. And that's why this year, I'm just saying, it's not just the receivers. His accuracy is going down.
I mean, hold on, time out. He's Tom Brady. He should get idolized. That's not the point here.
My point.
We'll talk more about that.
No, but you missed my point when you were out. That whenever he makes a mistake, either people ignore it, which I hate, or what I hate even more, they shift the blame to someone else.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's the point.
And that's why if people wondering, I hate Tom Brady because he's in the division. No, I don't even hate Brady. I hate that he gets so much unnecessary praise and not so much unnecessary praise. He never gets any fair criticism. And if you do criticize him, everyone lashes out at you. And I will be honest, sometimes he does get unnecessary plays. I point to the 49ers game last year. Justin Smith gets hurt. They all of a sudden don't have a pass rush. People realize how limited Aldon Smith is when Justin Smith isn't that talented. And then people realize how terrible the 49ers secondary is. But because it was Tom Brady, it's holy shit, Tom Brady's a fucking god. He's the only quarterback that can make this comeback.
But
he's a god.
One thing I want to say, and I said this before the show, everyone has that quarterback that they feel like it's not just Brady. Like
yes,
everybody,
no, you're right. Aaron Rodgers is the same.
Because Aaron Rodgers is that guy to me. Like I'll just throw that out there for that. I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't think you honestly hate Tom Brady. I think you just hear so much of that.
No. I think the kid honestly hates Tom
Brady. I don't. I never look. Isn't it obvious at this point? How many times do I have to make this fucking clear? I've made this point 10,000 times in the show. I attach myself to quarterbacks that I feel never got proper praise, like Tony Romo and Matt Schaub. And I start to dislike quarterbacks that I feel get too much praise, like Tom Brady, like Andy Dalton. Like, this is fuck.
Yeah,
like, how many times do I have to fucking
how does Andy Dalton get too much praise?
He doesn't get enough criticism for being a below average quarterback.
I'm going to leave you alone today.
Because his team is really talented, and I saw a few analysts put him in their top 15 quarterbacks.
He's not below average. He's average.
He is okay, no, I said this. I think I said this on the show last week.
He's the weak link of the offense. He is. And
I think I said this on the show last week. On NFL Around the League, Andy Dalton is the barometer. It's called the after Dalton quarterback measure, where if your quarterback is ranked after Andy Dalton, he is officially a problem.
Yeah, well,
like Andy Dalton is exactly like, is your quarterback good enough? Like, do you need to replace your quarterback? Is he better or worse than Dalton?
Andy Dalton was a Pro Bowler last year. I can kiss my ass. I like that guy, if y'all can't tell. I like that guy.
I don't. I think there's a reason that it was reported that every time it was 3rd and 5, they would not let Andy Dalton throw the ball against Patriots.
That's true.
I don't like him.
Have confidence.
Whenever you block off A.J. Green, he's very ineffective. And I've said this before, and I know QBR isn't the most reliable stat in the world, but he had a lower QBR rating. He had the lowest QBR rating in the playoffs. Lower than when Joe Webb had his performance against the Packers. Like, I don't like him.
But we saw the Joe Webb game. Come on now.
All right. I'm just
I get what you're saying, but come on.
Right, this is irrelevant. And the Dolphins, I don't even know what to say. The game was brutal to watch. The first half sucked, and I don't know why that's not getting enough criticism. Both offenses couldn't get anything going. Both offensive lines looked terrible. But the difference is because the Ravens actually are a team of great mental fortitude. Their offensive line got their shit together. And even though they did allow the pick 6, that wasn't Flacco's fault, by the way, at all, if you saw the game. Deion Jordan hit his hand as he was throwing. It got lobbled way up in the air, and Rashad Jones caught it and took it back for 6. Not Flacco's fault. Deion Jordan just made a great play, and that's why he was the number 3 overall pick. And the Dolphins' offensive line just fucking shattered. We had a chance to tie the game. Ryan Tannehill makes an amazing play on 4th and 23. If you haven't seen it yet, you should. It's 4th down, 4th and 23. He scrambles to his left, throws it way over, and finds Charles Clay open down the sidelines. It was beautiful, a great conversion, and then he gets sacked immediately. We're out of field goal range.
Awesome. I saw it, and I'll say that as a Patriots fan. That play was awesome.
And we got sacked out of field goal range and missed a 57-yard field goal. He was sacked 6 times. It's now, in my opinion, unquestionable the Dolphins have the worst offensive line in the NFL. I don't want to hear any of you say otherwise. In fact, Markeem, I want to hear you say that they have the worst offensive line in the NFL. Do you know that we are currently on track to beat the record for most sacks allowed set by the 2002 Houston Texans and David Carr?
Are y'all about to get carded?
Yes.
Y'all about to get carded?
That can't be right. Are you serious?
We are projected to have 78 sacks this year. They had 77.
Ew.
Well, okay, you might be right then.
We have.
If you got more than that, then yes, that is the worst offensive line.
Ryan Tannehill has been sacked 24 times. The team that second place, the Browns, who have been sacked 16 times. It is unquestionable, in my opinion, at this point. Like, it is ridiculous. We have the worst offensive line in the NFL. Tyson Claypool has been awful. He's the former right tackle for the Falcons, who when he played for the Falcons, he was actually pretty decent. He just comes and plays for us, and he's playing awful. Awful. John Jerry's playing terrible. Mike Pouncey's playing all right. Richie Incognito's playing below average. And Jonathan Martin's playing below average as well. The line sucks. The line flat out is awful. We have the 28th rushing attack in the NFL, and Lamar Miller is still somehow averaging 4.2 yards per carry. Just think
that's because that dude's a fucking monster.
Yes, but think about that. And we have the 28th rushing attack in the NFL. And yes, Lamar Miller is a monster because he did, of course, go to the greatness.
No, he's just a great running back. Shut your ass up.
Because University of Miami developed him into a great running back.
Oh my God!
What, the school gets no credit? He just could have, just like you said, just gone out of high school straight to the draft?
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, just for the day. I don't want to hear about no damn Miami.
Well, anyways, the offensive line is awful. Awful. It's unfun to watch. Fuck the Dolphins. Like, that was such a horrible loss.
Wow.
Wow. This team has looked so bad. Even the games that we've won because our quarterback is playing phenomenal right now, and our defensive line was playing well before we got Cameron Wake getting hurt.
Well, no, the Colts game, y'all looked good.
That was the exception I'm referring to. The Browns game, we looked really bad until Tannehill just started clicking. Then the Falcons game, we looked really bad, and then got a few turnovers, made a few decent plays on defense, and Ryan Tannehill played out of his fucking mind. The Saints game, we looked awful, and Tannehill looked awful. And this game, we looked mediocre. Tannehill again played really well, but the offensive line, like, I'm just pissed. I don't understand how an offensive line could be this bad. I don't care if it's fucking week 6 in the NFL. I don't care. Treat it like it's the off season. Trade the guys away. We're already on pace to be the worst offensive line in NFL history. Who gives a fuck if we ruin team chemistry or disrupt the balance? We're on track to be the worst offensive line in NFL history. Trade the motherfuckers away. Do what the Browns did. Do what the Ravens did. Go give a second or third round pick to one of the best right tackles in the country right now. Whoever that is, find him. This is bullshit. This is ridiculous. It's embarrassing for me to be saying on this show that we are currently on pace to break the Houston Texans 2002 record. That is just awful. This team is very talented, and they have the potential to be a playoff team this year. Right now we're in the playoffs, but this is bullshit. This line needs to get fixed now. We haven't even been playing the best pass rushers in the NFL. The Ravens, okay, fine, but the Saints abused us not with Cameron Jordan, with the rest of their team. We got abused by the fucking Falcons defensive line, which pathetic. We got abused by the Colts defensive line, and we got abused by the Cleveland defensive line, which is pretty good. But anyways, this needs to get fixed. I'm tired of it. I want to see changes made now. Now. Tyson Clabo, bench him. Don't care if Nate Garner, our backup right tackle, he's only an okay NFL starter. Okay is better than Tyson Clabo, who is awful. I'm frustrated. We finally have the team. Everything's finally clicking in place. The Patriots don't look so amazing. This could be our year to take the AFC East. And this offensive line is just being the worst offensive line in the history of the NFL.
Do you miss Jake Long? Because I
No.
say you're stuck with the Rams. You don't miss. Okay.
No, he's not playing that well with the Rams. And Jonathan Martin's not playing awful. But Jake Long played left tackle. Tyson Clabo plays right tackle. So.
Well, I was just asking. Like.
Yeah. No. I understand. But yeah, I'm not. No, not that I miss Jake Long. Would I like to have him? Yeah, but I wouldn't like to have him for $9 million a year. I'll tell you that much. Not the way he's playing with St. Louis. So yeah, I'm pissed. I'm frustrated. I'll just stop talking. Markeem, Eagles.
Hey, you know who else had a bad opening pitch? The Call Me Maybe Girl. But moving on.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Moving on. I was just thinking about that. The Eagles, we beat the Giants. Let's move on.
All right, then. That was convenient. Another team.
Vic is hurt again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do need to
laugh.
And Nick Foles came in and played well, which I think he'll do. So, yeah.
Nick Foles is, I believe Nick Foles. Holy shit, the Carly Rae Jepsen. There's no way the Allison Hannigan pitch is worse than this. The Carly Rae Jepsen pitch is
that's pretty bad, right?
Without question, that's the worst one ever. Holy shit.
Look up the Carl Lewis one.
Carl Lewis national anthem or pitch?
The pitch. Well, both suck, but the pitch.
First. Okay, Call Me Maybe Girl. You don't know?
I know her, yes. But what are you talking about? Pitch? Like you're talking about
opening pitch. Yeah, the start again.
That was so random.
But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but
Nick Foles, he came in and played well, and I think he'll do that because I think he's better than Mike Vick. Yeah, I think he is.
You're crazy.
LaShawn McCoy cracked me up yesterday.
Oh, and why? Because he tweeted, "No Sean Marino sucks."
No shot sucks. It's like I can hear him say that. Like, no shot sucks.
Really sucks.
You know they got drafted the same year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably part of why. But do you think Nick Foles is better than Vic in this system?
I don't know. That remains to be seen. But he played well yesterday.
He played really well yesterday. Did he score more than Vic did? I could be wrong.
I can't remember. But he came in and played damn well. And we barely beat the terrible Giants. I don't know what to think about this team. Call me when they beat somebody that's worth a damn.
Still have a shot to win the division.
I know.
Actually, I think you're in first place right now.
Tied first with Dallas.
No, but if Dallas has only beaten the Giants, they've beaten the Giants and the Redskins. They have a 2-0 division record as opposed to a 1-0 division record.
Right. And I thought Philly had the tiebreaker, but here it shows Dallas. I don't know why.
All right. Well, all right, fine. We'll move on from the Eagles. Are you guys on bye this week? Oh, no, you play the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I played the Buccaneers.
That game's going to be terrible, but whatever. All right. Now we move on to our list of topics, an hour into the show. All right. Markeem, in the college world, talk about Jameis Winston. We already talked about Jameis Winston, Stanford, Georgia. Give your thoughts. Me and Phil will give our thoughts. Go, whatever order you please.
All right, Jameis Winston is amazing. Like, I'm telling you, when I see this boy play, he gives me that feeling I got when I saw Andrew Luck when he was a sophomore. I mean, freshman Andrew Luck was good too, but sophomore Andrew Luck was when I was like, okay, this dude is like going to be really, really special. And Jameis Winston really gives me that feeling. People compare him to Johnny Manziel. I've been seeing a lot because, you know, he makes shit happen on the fly and stuff like that. But he's, in my opinion, already a better passer than Manziel.
Wow.
He can make every throw. Yeah, he can make every throw. I mean, I know, and to be fair, yeah, I mean, he's been kind of tearing apart average to mediocre defenses. But Pittsburgh, if y'all don't know, last season and even this season to a degree, they're a dynamite pass rushing team. Like, they're really good at rushing the passer. And he pretty much carved them completely up. You know what I mean? He destroyed Maryland. Destroyed Maryland. You know what I mean? He's been off the charts, amazing. You know what I mean? And he's special. Like, sky's the limit. He's special. I think with him under center, Florida State can beat anybody. Anybody. Even Alabama, if he's like on it. Yeah, from me.
Wow.
It's coming from me. Yeah.
Wow.
This kid is really, really good, y'all.
Wow.
Like, really good.
How's he? What is this chant? I know. Actually, this kind of relates. Never mind. I'll bring this up in like 5 minutes.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what are his odds of winning the Heisman? I know Aaron Murray's playing really well, and we'll talk about that.
I'm about to get to that.
Okay. Go for Stanford, Georgia, whatever you want.
Stanford did what they needed to do against a team that shocked the hell out of me. Washington, I don't know why they're playing so well. As I said, it's the most shocking team in the nation to me. I did not expect this shit at all. Like that, like people when I said Miami could be undefeated, like, you know, motherfuckers like, you're crazy, you know, but you know, them doing what they're doing now, it's not shocking me. You know what I'm saying? Washington didn't expect this. Like, it just threw me for a complete loop. I knew they were a good team. I knew they were formidable. But I didn't think they'd be, like, you know, undefeated coming into the Stanford game. That was just nuts. But props to them, man. They can compete with anybody. I think Stanford is just superior. They're superior athletes. You know, Kevin Hogan, like Andrew Luck said, is a mini version of him. And he's giving me no reason to think otherwise. They're a really good team. And I still got them winning the Pac-12 over
going to the national championship game.
They're going to the Pac-12 champion, which I think is going to be them, going to the national championship game. But it kind of throws a monkey wrench in my plan because I expect Ohio State to lose on Saturday, and they did not. Now, I can't really speak on the game because I didn't see a lot of it because I was with my family and stuff, but from what people tell me, it was a very, like, statement type win. Like, they didn't fuck up and they took advantage of Northwestern's fuck ups. You know what I mean? So props to them. You know, I heard the game was wild. I wish I could have saw it. You know, this type of shit I like. But the main thing I wanted to talk about, the most shocking thing, period, of like sports to me in 2013.
God damn it.
If you were to ask me before the season started, my Heisman candidates, Aaron Murray would be nowhere in my top 5. Now I think if the season ended today, he's run away the Heisman Trophy winner. Run away. And I know Johnny Football's playing incredible, all that good stuff. I know he is. But A&M is loaded on the offensive side of the ball. Georgia has been decimated by injury. Todd Gurley's fucked up. Keith Marshall's a good running back, but Todd Gurley's fucked up.
Keith Marshall's hurt too. Out.
Well, yeah, he's hurt now too. Yeah, Keith Marshall's fucked up. Their best receiver's gone. I forget the dude's name.
Easley?
What you say?
Wesley?
Yeah, Wesley, yeah. You know, they got Michael Bennett back, but, you know, let's be real, he's a possession guy. You know what I mean? And Aaron Murray has been winning these games for them because their defense is stopping no one. And Aaron Murray has been winning these games. Like, I know A&M's defense has been stopping no one too, but they have a loaded offense. A group of running backs, you know what I mean, the best receiver statistically in the country right now. You know what I mean? They're loaded. They're just flat out loaded. So, you know, him doing what he does, you know, Johnny Football doing what he does, you know, it's kind of, you know, look at the team, look at the offense he has. You know, I'm not saying it's just because of the offense he has. You know, he's a special player too. But Aaron Murray has done everything you would think of when you have a Heisman winner. It's not always who has the best numbers. It's who is the best player, and it's a combination of a lot of things. Best player, most important, you know, signature moments, things like that. And at this point, Aaron Murray has all that. Like, what he did against South Carolina, man, special. What he did against Tennessee on Saturday, special. You know, what he did against LSU, special. I'm so shocked right now, and I feel like a complete fool because I buried this dude all last year on this show. Like, every week, it was like the Aaron Murray burial show, and I buried him all last year. But this year, to me, far and away, like, he should be unanimous decision Heisman Trophy winner if it ended right now. Unanimous. And I love Johnny Football, but unanimous. Nobody else is even close, in my opinion. Not even close. No one.
Jameis Winston goes undefeated, and Aaron Murray wins out. What do you do?
What you mean, like he wins? They win the SEC also, and
yeah.
I assume they'll be playing for a national championship.
And then you have to give it to Murray.
Yeah.
Okay. What if they win out, lose to Bama?
I think Murray plays well, and they don't lose because of him. I think he still wins.
Okay.
I think if he makes the right play at the end of the game, and then let's say AJ McCarron leads them down the field and then they win. You know what I mean? I think you still give it to him.
Question: What's your Heisman? What's your New York right now?
Are we taking 3 guys, 4 guys, or 5 guys?
Definitely at least 4. If you feel like there's a 5th that's deserving, include it.
Okay. Aaron Murray, obviously. Johnny Manziel, obviously. Jameis Winston, obviously. Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay. Solid. Is there any defense or running back or receiver that like you feel deserves to be there or not really?
Mike Evans, kinda.
All right.
Running back, I would have said Gurley, but he got hurt.
Mike Davis.
Well, statistically, maybe, you know, but you know, I don't know if I
doubt he's
that far though.
I don't think he's gonna get a job.
He's been great. Like, you could argue he's been the best running back in the SEC. Because Gurley's been hurt. You know what I mean? Gurley's been dinged up.
Duke Johnson's going to make his Heisman House appearance once they kick ass, if he doesn't fumble.
That's the thing. That's the thing that, you know, like, he would come up more, but he's had some big fumbles.
Well, I think if we win out and he has like a few, if he has like 1 or 2 50-yard plus runs against FSU, and maybe a few touchdowns. I think if he has a great game against FSU and we win out, I think he's in New York. I don't think he wins, but I think he's in New York.
Another dark horse is Marcus Mariota, too. He's been phenomenal.
Okay.
He's been every bit as good as Manziel, to be honest with you.
All right. Next. Any comments on Stanford and Georgia, Phil?
Georgia, I mean, like I said this before the show too with Markeem about Aaron Murray. I just think, I mean, that dude handling. I said if he comes down and drives them down and wins this game or ties this game to go to overtime, give him the Heisman. And what happened?
If the season ended today, like,
right?
Of course, there's a lot of football left to be played. So
and that's correct, right? So I mean that's what I meant by when I said that. So yeah, Georgia's. I don't know. Like I said I don't know if this is on my record, but I don't think anyone could beat Alabama. I said that, and it's like Georgia. I want to see Georgia against Alabama, but like that is just like, man, like
that. The Georgia defense is not good though. Well, like they're very talented, but they're very young. And Lee Corso, he said, I hate to cut you off, Phil, but when Lee Corso said on College Game Day that they have no talent, I thought it was funny, but I kind of see what he meant. I just think he worded it wrong. I think he meant they have no experience. You know what I'm saying? And they don't.
Right.
They give up a lot of big plays. Like, you saw Tennessee, all those big plays they was giving up.
Right. You know, they were, yeah. And I mean, that's why Tennessee was in the game. So, you know, we'll see. One thing I want to ask you, Markeem, about college football, because we're kind of in that right now. What are your, is Michigan legit, and what are your thoughts on them? Because I just have...
No.
No, okay.
I think the defense is great, but Devin Gardner is Denard Robinson 2.0.
Wow.
That nigga is terrible.
Jesus.
He is awful, man. He's like, come on, man. Y'all seen it?
Yeah. He tosses it up just like
all his passes look like punts. He's terrible, man.
Will he be a hell of a kick returner?
No, not like Robinson. No,
so
not.
I know it's early, but will they beat Northwestern?
Or
would you want
that's what 2 weeks from now. Something.
I think, yeah, 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you, man. Ask me again.
All right, I will.
Northwest, I told y'all, they have explosive playmakers. It's just they didn't make the plays they needed to.
Okay. They weren't as good as UM. What can you say?
Anyways, a while from now.
Anyways, moving on. Now we're going to have a big segment on quarterbacks. Before we get into Markeem's rant.
This premise, not necessarily the quarterback.
Well, no, but the topic after that also relates to quarterbacks. So I kind of just want to get this all out of the way. Okay. So first, a few interesting quarterback news in the NFL this past week. First off, we didn't talk about this, but E.J. Manuel and Brian Hoyer are both hurt. Brian Hoyer's out for the year, which really sucks for the Browns.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh. Yeah, it's so. Oh man, I feel so bad. Obviously, because he's a former Patriot, but at the same time, I just feel bad for him because
he was playing well. It's kind of sad.
He's out for the year, and then E.J. Manuel's out 6 to 8 weeks apparently.
God damn, man.
6 to 8? Yeah. Wow, I did not hear that.
And I gotta admit, he was playing better than I thought he would, man. Poor guy.
Like the guy in your fourth string, don't you think you should finally admit that you were wrong about EJ?
Is that you?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But he would do it at the most inopportune time. Like when you have like a bad game. Now you're gonna admit it? No, no. He had a TiVo game. Hell no.
He's just being a huge dick, I think. But I think it's hilarious. I hope he does this every week.
When he's not playing, is this the week you're going to admit
you were wrong? Is this the week you're going to admit you were wrong? God damn it. But yeah, I love E.J. Manuel's gone. So, Phil, I guess I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the Browns and Bills now?
The Browns, you might as well just go back to square one. Hoyer was your life. I mean, that kind of put life back in your team. I'd say your life, but I mean, that bring life back in the team. Whedon's going to have to just Whedon's going to have to play. We'll see how that goes. I have no confidence in Whedon at all.
I think Brandon Whedon, I hate to cut you off, Phil. Okay. I keep cutting you off, I'm sorry. But shit popped in my head and I'm senile, so. I think Brandon Whedon's going to be a great backup somewhere. But he shouldn't be starting, at all, for anyone.
And as far as the Bills, I don't know maybe Markeem knows. Who is Thad Lewis?
I don't even know.
That is Lewis.
He played for Duke. I just saw that.
I don't even know. I don't even remember that name.
He is starting for the Bills. That's crazy. One, I want to know why. They could have picked up Tyler Thigpen. I'm just saying. But
Tyler Thigpen, dog.
I'm just saying. Better than Thad Lewis.
You don't even know who Thad Lewis is. Thad Lewis might be Tom Brady in disguise.
Well, good luck to him. Yes, but
might be the next Aaron Rodgers back there. You don't even know.
But that was anyways, yeah. As far as that, we talking about the other perspective yet? I'm done on either.
All right. Markeem, your turn. Either of those, Browns, Bills. Any thoughts?
The Bills, both of them are already done, to be honest. But the Browns, not necessarily because how bad the North has been, but it's not much else to say, man. The Bills are really bad now, and the Browns are, shit. Now they're shit, but the Bills are super shit now.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't got much to say either. They just, whatchamacallit. I really think the Bills are fucked, and the Browns are gonna be all right. Whatever, they're just gonna be 500 or one game, or not 500. They're gonna be the 6-10, 5-11 team they always are. All right, Josh Freeman. Anybody have any thoughts?
Can I answer this?
Go for it.
Who gives a fuck? Because he's either as bad or worse than Castle and
Bonder.
fucking and ponder. Like, who cares? Who cares that he's a Viking? This does nothing.
I think this makes Big Rat said this, and I kind of agree with him. It doesn't make any like. He doesn't really. We're wondering. This one doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, I don't like. Honestly, if anything, I think Freeman's either on the Castle's level or below it. Like, it all depends on how you feel. And it's like, obviously he's an upgrade for Ponder, but who isn't an upgrade for Ponder? So it's like, but I pondered the thought of why Freeman is, and now they're saying like Freeman went to the Vikings, but like he's not starting this weekend, and he's not guaranteed to start. So it's like I don't even know what Freeman was thinking. Freeman is like took it off or something. I know you can't do that. I don't know. Good luck. It's not gonna change. But maybe it changed the scenery. You never know. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did need a change of scenery, so this might,
It's like another.
Might help him. Greg Schiano has lost all control of that team, and I like that guy. Yeah. I really like that guy, which is the sad part.
You like Greg Schiano?
Yeah, when he was at Rutgers, that was my nigga.
Idiots.
He's good at Rutgers.
Well, anyways, sorry, Trademark is currently spamming me on Facebook. In fact, crying like y'all predicted. But I will say that I think Matt Castle I always thought was a little underrated. Not that I think he's a great quarterback or anything, but he had solid seasons with Kansas City, and last year he had a bad year after he had the worst offensive-minded head coach probably of the past 5-10 years, like even worse than Rex Ryan. But so
I would go as far as to say, in the history of the NFL, in terms of just offense, Romeo Crennel awful ass.
He's all defense.
Like, they were so boring on offense. They were like the niggas you play on Madden that only choose 5 plays. Like, you ever play Madden and they stay in the same formation, choose the same 5 plays? That's how I used to call offense.
Well, let me say that. Well, first off, Trademark says we should get off our fucking high horse because none of us are NFL correspondents and all this and that. Just thought I'd mention that. But anyways.
Wow. Hey, tell him I said suck my dick. Hold on. Time out. It's not about having a high horse, motherfucker. This is a show that was my brainchild. And I say, nigga, nah, you were not invited to the party.
Our child, Markeem, you mean you.
Wait. Like, I was like, I wanted to do it, and then you came up like, well, we should have the kid do. It was kind of like both of us, but, it's something me and Phil created, with the kid.
Thanks. Just go.
Hold on, kid. Like, in this bitch nigga here, there's no high horse involved, nigga. It was last minute. Like, the kid was like, you're coming on the show without talking to me and Phil. It don't work like that, motherfucker. You get in line just like anybody else, so shut the fuck up.
I agree. Anyways, that's over.
You know what? Now we're gonna bury Eli Manning. Like every good thing I was gonna say about Eli Manning is gone now.
Can I just very quickly fit in? Matt Castle has an 80 career quarterback rating, which is pretty good. Yes, that's very good. I've always thought he was kind of underrated, and he played well against the Steelers. So I don't fucking get this shit because now I think he's gonna get cut, and I think it's bullshit. But.
And he also had a season on par with Tom Brady's seasons. And
here it goes.
Oh, Lordy Lord.
Here it goes.
21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 3,700 yards, 90 quarterback rating.
Dad, come on.
That's not fucking fair.
What are you? Oh, Big Rat, you're just gonna fail on your part. Come on, son.
All right, but anyways, yes, that's all I need to say about Castle. But go ahead. Let's get into your rant about Eli, the premise.
I'm after Markeem, by the way.
Well, I'm joking. I'm not just gonna bury Eli Manning. Here's my point. Okay, there's the stigma that because you are a proven winner, let me use that in quotations, you can pretty much fuck up and it's all right. Let me give y'all an example of how retarded that sounds. I do not have a criminal record. I've never been in jail. I've sat in the back of a squad car one time because I got in a fight. But I've never been, I've never been processed anything like that, thank God, because I'm black. And it would eat me alive, right? But if I drown a baby in a bathtub, I'm getting life in prison. Do you understand? I'm getting life in prison just like a guy with a criminal record that has, like, committed arson, maybe robbed a few people and stuff. If he drowns said baby, he's getting the same shit that I got. You see my point? My track record has nothing to do with in the moment if I fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, if you fuck up, you fuck up. That's how it should go. It should be consistent. Tony Romo yesterday was the reason why that game was close. Him and Dez Bryant. They would have got absolutely demolished if any, I'm going to say if any other Dallas Cowboy quarterback in the history of that franchise played, because that game he had yesterday statistically was the best game that any Dallas Cowboy quarterback has ever had. And this is not me defending Romo, because I think Romo is a bad example of this because he does this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? He threw that one pick that was a freak accident, and everybody went, well, that's what Romo would do to you. No, that's what the Cowboys would do to you. Like that summed up that play summed up the Cowboys because everybody involved had a hand in fucking it up. Like, he got tripped up. The receiver fell too, and then it got intercepted.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Calm down with the
Sorry. My bad. But continue.
I'm saying, like Romo got tripped up, and then the receiver fell, and then and it was an interception. Like, everybody involved with the play fucked up. That's the Cowboys. That's not just Romo. That's the Cowboys. Let me give you an example. Okay, Corey Dillon, one of the most underrated running backs to ever play. He never fucking won. That never came up about him. You know why? Because he didn't play quarterback. That shit is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. He was on a bad team for years until he went to the Patriots. No one ever. That's never come up not one time about Corey Dillon. Oh, he's not a winner. Who gives a fuck if you're a running back? I guess it's all right to never win if you play running back. That makes no sense. That makes no logical sense. And I want to hear the quarterback is the most important position on the field. No, jackass. It's probably right tackle or center that's the most important position on the field.
I co-sign
playing football.
I co-sign that.
It's right tackle, left tackle, center. Like, it makes, like, I feel like that. Don't get me wrong. There's credence to these arguments. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. That's why Romo. I think I'm not giving Romo a pass because he deserves criticism. But I think the motherfuckers that totally throw out everything he did leading up to that point is ridiculous. Him and Dez Bryant, they kept them in the game because Denver was scoring at will. Like, the Cowboys gave up 51 points. You know what I'm saying? They gave up 51 points. And even after Romo threw the interception, they still had to get in field goal range. Just saying. Remember that? They weren't in field goal range when he threw the pick. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, but you get my point, though. Like, Corey Dillon, running back, always lost. You know what I mean? LT never made it to the Super Bowl. Only won like 2 playoff games. Yeah. LT's considered one of the best running backs of all time. Barry Sanders played on a bunch of miserable teams and barely did anything. You know what I mean? Postseason-wise, considered by many the best running back of all time. You know, this only happens with guards in basketball, like wing players in basketball and quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Fucking, who's a big man in the NBA that never won? And Patrick Ewing never won a title. He is criticized for never winning the title, but not nearly to the extent as LeBron was before he won his first one, or as Melo is now because he never won a title, or the way Kevin Durant is, even though he ain't even been in the league for fucking 7 years yet. Like, it's been like, what, 5 years? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's a double standard. It makes no sense. Winning a game, championships and all that shit is a combination of a lot of things. It's having a great team, great coaching, and fucking luck. Simple as that. It is rare. That's why a lot of the best teams of all time, you know what I mean, are the teams that were great teams and actually went on to win the title. That does not happen very often in sports, period. Seriously. It doesn't. It doesn't. You gonna tell me the year the Giants were 9-7 and beat the 18-0 New England Patriots, you really gonna tell me that was the best team? You know what I mean? Eli Manning, and let's get to Eli Manning. And let me designate my thoughts real quick. I actually really, really like Eli Manning. When Eli Manning was at Ole Miss, he's one of my favorite college quarterbacks of all time. A lot of people don't even know that. Like, he won a lot of games single-handedly at Ole Miss. Like, that's just real. He did. I mean, a lot of times he's running and shit. Like, a lot of people don't know Eli Manning can run. Like, a lot of people don't even know that. But, you know, whatever. like, did you know that? He can run. He just never does. But, well, I don't know if he can anymore. But he could back in the day. But, you know. But, yeah, like, you know, so I was like, but I called it. I was like, if they want him to be a franchise QB that's going to carry you through the season, win games in the regular season, put up good numbers, constantly do that, he's not going to be that guy. And he wasn't that guy. Before the year they won the Super Bowl, they were going to get rid of him. He had 1 foot out the door, Giant fanboy. Do you forget that? You forget that, Giant fanboy? Now I'm talking directly to you. I'm talking directly to you, Trademark. They were going to go in a different direction. Do you not remember that? They barely make it to the postseason. When they get to the postseason, well, they were 10-6 this run. 9-7 was the second run, but still, like they did barely make it. They barely got to the postseason, and when they got there, he got hot. He got hot, and the defense played amazing. The defense played him. The defense played. How many points did the Patriots average that season?
A shitload.
It was a shitload, like 30-some odd points a game, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
In the Super Bowl, they scored 17. That was not because of Eli Manning.
Or 14.
Well, 14.
Oh, wow.
The Giants scored, what, 21?
17.
17. Wait, don't you remember that Tom Brady quote? I used to replay it all the time. He thinks we're only going to score 17 points?
And then Tom Brady laughed. Remember that shit, Tom Brady? I don't blame him for laughing. I probably would laugh, too.
Yeah,
remember Tom Brady laughed.
What's to say? I mean, obviously it comes back to bite him, but...
Dog, my point is this. Peyton Manning. People kill me. They say Peyton Manning has postseason shortcomings and nobody criticizes him. What world do you live in where nobody criticizes him? Peyton Manning is the most efficient quarterback to ever live. There's only about a handful of people I know that will say he's the best quarterback to ever live. Would you like to know why? Because he fucks up in the postseason. I mean, that's just being real. A lot of times it's not always his fault, but that's the perception. And I think that perception is bullshit because it takes more than just a quarterback to win a goddamn Super Bowl. Dan Marino was the most talented passer to ever play the game. Doesn't have a ring because he never had a fucking team. It's ridiculous. It's more than just a quarterback that wins the game. And because you won before and you fuck up, that does not make you exempt from criticism. LeBron James is a better player than Kobe Bryant has ever been. Kobe Bryant fucks up all the time. He is not as clutch as niggas thinks he is. He made a few last-second shots, and he plays like Michael Jordan, so people act like this dude is Michael Jordan. LeBron James, when he was young, in his younger days, didn't always make the right decision with the ball. Didn't defer when he probably shouldn't have back in the day. And then fucked up sometimes in the clutch, but he's a better player than Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant fucks up, he should get the same criticism that LeBron James and Kevin Durant get when they fuck up. Because Kobe Bryant has 5 rings, motherfuckers act like it's nothing. And it's bullshit. I don't care if you're a proven winner. That just proves to me that you happen to be in the right place at the right time. Fuck that logic. That logic makes no sense at all. That logic makes no sense in life. If an ugly guy with bad people skills get all these fine bitches, it's because he has money. Simple as that. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with the quality of his character. He has bad people skill. He has money. Okay? The guy with money. And you got the guy over here who's a good person. You know what I mean? Who, you know what I'm saying, who's a good looking guy and all this shit. He has no one because he's broke. The guy with money gets more leeway than the guy that doesn't have money, and that's bullshit. That's the same thing you're saying, Trademark. Do you understand? That's the exact same thing you are saying right now. I hope you know that. Hope you know how ridiculous you sound. I hope you know if Flavor Flav comes up to the bitch you like, you know what I mean, this ugly, troll-looking guy who made a bunch of money and is getting royalties off old Public Enemy songs. If he came up to the chick you like and took her away from you, meanwhile, you know, no homo, but you don't look like Flavor Flav. You know what I mean? You're an average Joe, so you don't make a lot of money. I mean, I'm not putting you on blast. It's just facts. You're average Joe, so you ain't got the money Flavor Flav got. You know what I mean? And she don't want you, but she want Flavor Flav. I wonder why. And Flavor Flav's a dick. He had 3 reality shows with a bunch of bitches fighting for him, and he ended up choosing his baby mama at the end. That's bullshit. Like, what's the point of having these girls up here if you're just gonna choose your baby mother? That's what he did. Yeah, did y'all even know that? That's what he did.
Wow.
That's a dick move. Is that not a dick move?
Yep.
Nobody said a word about that because Flavor Flav is a celebrity. Flavor Flav, let some random Joe do that. Let the random guy they pick for like the Joe. Remember Joe Millionaire? Let that dude do that shit. Do y'all remember Joe Millionaire? The guy they would get. Yeah. Let him do that. Could you imagine? Could you imagine what would happen if he did that?
Yeah.
That essentially, that's what Trademark is saying. He'll say, it's not what I mean. You can't, it's two different things. It's not. Y'all understand that's the same thing he's saying, right? Y'all do understand that, right?
Yeah.
To a T. It has nothing to do with winning in sports, but the concept is the same. The Tim Tebow concept I brought up, the same shit.
Oh,
no, seriously. Tim Tebow won a cluster of games. I mean, he won a lot in college too, which gave him a lot of leeway. As y'all know, I love Tim Tebow, the college player. So y'all know this is me being honest. It's not Tebow hate. This is me being honest. He won a ton of games in college. He won a cluster of games in the NFL, and people totally overlooked the fact that he was shit for most of the game because he's a proven winner. That logic is bullshit. I'm sorry. That's why he ain't got a job now.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. You know that the Browns are apparently interested, rumored.
What, in Tim Tebow? I mean, I don't blame them because they need quarterbacks, but
that'd be awesome. Are you kidding me? Tim Tebow leading the Browns. They have a great defense. He has a very good wide receiver. This sounds like Denver all over again.
But he stinks it up, and shit, that'll get on my nerve. But yeah, it makes no sense. That logic makes no sense. Eli Manning will probably go in the Hall of Fame, but has no business in that. No business.
Wow.
No, seriously, he has no business. He has 2 rings, 2 good seasons, or 3 good seasons, or 2 great seasons, a few good seasons, and a couple of horrible ones. No business in the Hall of Fame.
And here's I know you pointed on this earlier, the fact that he was almost benched the year that they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Eli, the thing that, and I know people, because I'm a Patriots fan, they're going to think this is Eli hate. I hated Eli before that. Like, I thought that Eli was overrated before the 07 Super Bowl. And I don't hate Eli because of that.
Who was rating him then, though? Like, people was like, it's time for him to go.
Yeah, but
that happened.
Yeah. Well, right. But what I'm saying, like, since then, now, like, they want to erase the fact that he was awful before this.
Yeah, I hate that.
And here's the thing. Eli Manning has, all right, look, you look at Peyton Manning. Dude's got MVPs. Dude has, and I'm not trying to make this about Eli Manning, but, dude has MVPs. He has record. He might, if he plays long enough, could have every record. He's working on beating everybody. Dan Marino's record. Actually, last game, he actually just passed Dan Marino, right? Or got second or something. Is now second.
Didn't he pass Dan Marino?
I don't know.
No, he passed Dan Marino.
He passed
which is incredible because it's kind of funny that 2 guys have passed Dan Marino, and a lot of people thought that would never happen. Like, no one would ever pass.
Only him, right?
Then Brett Favre. Brett Favre's the all-time leading yards.
Okay, so he's all right. But my point is like, okay, you got Peyton. Brady has MVPs. Brady has had great statistical seasons.
Yeah, no, I hate to cut you off, Phil, but like everything I just said about Eli would have applied to Brady had Brady not been balling since the 3 Super Bowls. Like it kind of applies because niggas act like he won those 3 Super Bowls yesterday, which is annoying. But
it's been 9 years.
Exactly. It's been like a decade, and niggas act like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I want.
And a very those people that said that Peyton Manning crumbled in the postseason. It's the same exact thing that's been happening to Brady.
And no one says a goddamn word, and that joke is whack.
It's just because Brady has the cushion of the 3 Super Bowls that he's exempt, even though it's the same fucking shit, except it's arguably worse because he's doing it to quarterbacks that are not better than him. Peyton was doing it to Brady. I'm done. Actually, wait, that made no sense. Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
I was about to say, that made no sense.
I was on a rant. Sorry. But he's doing it to quarterbacks the likes of Mark Sanchez and Joe Flacco.
Yeah, there we go.
Mark Sanchez and Joe Flacco are playing better than him in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you're kind of doing like, I'm about to go off on this. Like, that's kind of like the one thing that Markeem was like his whole premise around that argument. You're saying you're essentially doing the same thing to Brady there. Like this is like you're blaming Brady for Flacco's performance. Like
no.
Fuck you. No.
You're blaming Flacco. You're comparing.
Let me explain what he means. Let me explain. I think that's what you mean. I think what he means is that the people that did it to Manning were wrong. The people that don't do it to Brady are wrong, and it's arguably worse because Brady was losing to the likes of Tom Brady. Meanwhile, Brady's losing to the likes of Joe Flacco
and Mark Sanchez.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait till he loses to Andy Dalton or Tim Tebow.
All right, shut up.
You're saying Brady is losing to these other quarterbacks, yet you're saying that quarterbacks should not get the praise.
He's saying like these other dudes are outplaying him.
The defense, that's the thing, that the other quarterbacks are beating the defense. They're not beating Brady. That's what you make it sound like.
They are putting better numbers.
That's not what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm like, they're putting up better numbers than this is Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
They are putting up better numbers.
like this is Joe Flacco putting up better numbers than Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? But no one says a word. You know what I mean? Like so it's like Skip Bayless. Remember last year when Stephen A was like, the year before last. Now, whoa, see, time flies. But remember the year before last when Flacco had that game against Tom when the Ravens played the Patriots, and the Patriots ended up winning, but Flacco had a better game. And then Skip Bayless' whole thing was like, "Well, who won? No, who won the game?" I'm like, really, nigga? Really, nigga?
That's what they would say like that. But
I just. Let
Phil go.
I just want to say, with Brady, with Eli, me and Markeem's point is that the exempt from is bullshit. And because I think those two have it worse than anybody else because they have multiple Super Bowl rings, it's bullshit. It's not fair.
Like you'll never hear this shit about Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah. When Ben Roethlisberger ain't playing well, it's all over everywhere. they quick to throw his ass under the bus. Like this year he's been getting killed. Nobody's been killing Eli. Nobody. Like when I told my buddy the other day that Eli led the league in interceptions, he didn't believe me. He was like, "You lying." I was like, "Look it up, nigga."
That's crazy. That's always been Eli. Like that. Eli always does that. That leads
and trademark. He has a grand total of 2 seasons with more than 20 interceptions. Yeah, and he doesn't have a season with over 30 touchdowns. That's not good, motherfucker. Oh, that's not good.
Which is what I'm saying. Like Eli doesn't, like what I was getting to earlier before we had to go off on Brady. Is the thing like Eli is one of those quarterbacks that doesn't have. He has nothing but those rings. Like that's it. Like you can't say that about Brady. Brady.
Right on the money, my nigga. Right on the money. Like the reason why I don't go as hard on Brady. I mean, I hate that. Like that stigma exists with Brady too. But the reason why it does not bother me the way it does with like someone like fucking Eli Manning is because Tom Brady, if he never won a ring, he's a Hall of Famer. Eli never won a ring. He's considered one of the biggest busts to ever be the number 1 draft.
Wow, what a comparison. No, Zach. I agree. It's just like a fantastic analogy.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Like he'd be like top 5. Like it'd be like, think of some number 1 draft.
Jamarcus Russell.
Like Jamarcus Russell, David Carr, who's like number 1. I ain't talking about like number 2. I'm talking
Jamarcus Russell, David Carr.
Tim Couch. Tim Couch.
Because there's another one. I saw a list of this the other day. I saw a list. It's from NFL.com, actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I have it right now. Okay, we have Jamarcus Russell. Alex Smith almost at one point in his career, but Jim Harbaugh saved his ass.
No, but I'm saying, like, let's say Alex Smith doesn't finish with a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Let's say Eli Manning doesn't finish with a Super Bowl ring. You could argue.
Yeah.
Alex Smith is younger. You know what I'm saying? But you could argue that, let's say Alex Smith continues to play on the level he's at, and Eli keeps fluctuating like he does. By the end, you could say, like, let's say Eli never won those 2 Super Bowls. You could say they had a similar career. And this is Alex Smith we're talking about here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
But Eli has those 2 rings, so he's a proven winner. So when he fucks up, it's okay because he done won before. Really? No, it's not. It's not okay.
And something I would do, like I said, I was going to try to bring up kind of both sides and kind of see where Trademark is coming from.
No, he has no point. But go ahead, Phil.
I know, but let me just kind of just like relate, like not relate, but just anyways, let me just talk. Like the thing is, like you said, it's unfair. That quarterbacks are the ones that but it's just how it just seems like that's how the game is now. Like it's the quarterback either gets a lot of the hate or they get all the love. And it varies with different quarterback, varies with different opinions. Everybody has their one quarterback they have to make sure, like, because they feel like it doesn't get criticism. There's also a quarterback, they feel like doesn't get enough praise and times and stuff like that. And also it doesn't help, when one of the quarterbacks in question is on your favorite team. I don't blame Trademark for defending Eli.
I do.
He should.
Like you could do that, Phil. You could do that because your quarterback is Tom Brady.
Right.
He's more good. I can look at Tom Brady's career and say, wow, this is one of the best careers. If he never won a ring, like, wow, he was one of the best of our generation. Way to go, Tom Brady. I look at Eli Manning like, how did this nigga keep a job for so long? No, he has so many seasons where his completion percentage is not even 60%.
Honestly, I've said this. Like, Eli Manning is only put in the elite category because he won a ring. Like, he doesn't win a ring, he's nowhere even near that.
And that's bullshit.
And like I said, I'm just saying, like, Trademark, they won two Super Bowl. He just, obviously, I think it'll take time. I think they won. And
listen to what you said. They won 2 Super Bowls.
Right, I know.
That defensive line won 2 Super Bowls. I'm not
Did you hear also on the NFL Around the League podcast, which again you guys should listen to if you ever do? On that podcast, they asked, they were like talking about Eli Manning, and they're like, man, he's had like the most perplexing career in NFL history. And like someone was just like, it's amazing how a 2-time Super Bowl MVP plays so horribly every other season. And then Chris Wessling just responds, you mean when he took Justin Tuck's 2 Super Bowl MVPs? I was like, damn, man. Damn. Good call.
What I was gonna say, about, still kind of relating to, me with Brady and there was times like you evolve as a fan. Like, I'll be honest. Like, there's time, like, I know there's idiots, there's still trolls out there that are, like, I don't think that I call real Patriots fans, or either just completely blind. I think that Brady was the reason we won those Super Bowls. Like, look, I mean,
he was one of the reasons.
He was one of the reasons, right? And I think, and that's the thing that people forget. And obviously, Eli Manning was one of the reasons.
Because it's a team sport.
Right. And it is a team sport. And I think
hold on, Phil. This is why I tell people the best quarterback of all time to me is John Elway. Because if you look, in the 80s when he led the fucking Broncos to 3 Super Bowls, he was playing with bums. With flat-out bums. Flat-out bums. And he got them to 3 Super Bowls. Granted, they got killed all 3 times, but they got there.
Right.
Well, they also got washed up.
Yeah, they got washed twice. So And then another thing, when they finally gave him a team, they ran roughshod through the league. That's why I think he's the best ever. That's why I say that. It's not just me being a fanboy. That's just why I think that.
Until Andrew Luck beats him out.
I don't know. I love Elway.
Don't let him choose between those. But I'll drop the other stuff now. This is just one thing I wanted to bring up. And Markeem and Big Rat, I am on that side. Like, I agree with you guys. But the thing I want to point out is just like the fair. It's just the fairness and it's fair and unfair at the exact. Well, I know you're gonna say it's more unfair, which it is. It's just fair, unfair about the greats that have won Super Bowls or haven't won Super Bowls. And I was going to ask this too, because Dan Marino's the only one I can think of. Is there anybody in the modern era that is outside of Marino that didn't win?
In the modern era?
Yeah. I would say more.
What you mean, like post Super Bowl era?
Yeah.
Like since the Super Dan Fouts.
Hell yeah. Dan Fouts.
Steve McNair, don't forget him. Warren Moon.
I was just about to say
Donovan McNabb.
But I'm talking Marino level.
Dan Fouts is, I don't know if he's Marino level, but he's not that far off. Dan Fouts is considered one of the best quarterbacks of the 70s and 80s.
Warren Moon is another one, considered one of the best quarterbacks.
Warren Moon, that's one. But anyway, so what I'm saying, like, it does, like, it's not fair that it hurts their legacy, but at the same sense, it's still kind of like that's just how it works.
Yeah. You would never hear me say that someone with no titles is like the greatest anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at some point, you know what I mean, it
gotta
doesn't
get it done, right? That's what.
But the thing is though is that if you have a team around you, you know what I mean, and you didn't get it done, then at some point you just have to be held accountable for that. You know what I mean? You just have to. You know what I'm saying? Like if John Elway in 97, 98, had he won neither Super Bowl. If he won one, I would still have the same opinion I have. Had he not won either, I would have a totally different opinion.
Who's your best ever then?
I mean, Elway is my best ever.
No, but after Elway, I remember you've told us before.
Oh, second?
Yeah. I forget who it is.
I mean, if I had to think about it, probably Montana. Montana. Peyton's probably third, you know.
All right. So.
But what I'm saying is all right. So I'm just kind of comparing you look at Dan Marino, like when you're in the end, like.
But no, hold on, Phil. I hate to cut you off again. But
I have not finished at all.
But no, I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry, it's just shit's popping in my head. But notice this never comes up with skill players though. Nobody ever says Randy Moss isn't one of the best receivers of all time because he does not have a Super Bowl. You know how asinine that sounds to say that out loud.
That's something I was thinking about today. It's just it's not fair to the quarterback because that's just how the quarterback has been, judged, and will always be judged. I think, and more ways going more offense than defense now. But it's just not like in the end, like you take Dan Manning's done. I mean, they're gonna be real close. I mean, obviously you can who thinks who, whatever. So it's like when it's that close, I think that's when you can look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when rings matter, when it's that close. And then look at one. I mean, I know it's still a team thing, and I'm not saying you throw your own opinion out there. I think when it comes that close, like before then, you can't if the guy doesn't have a team, he doesn't have a team. But because it is a team, and I think that's what you get away from because of the flash, all about the quarterback. So that's just my thing. When it comes down to that, that's when I think you can say.
Or you could have the luckiest trip to the Super Bowl in NFL history, like the 2011 New England Patriots.
Oh, shut up! What? Shut up, Nick. He's trolling.
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious about that. That is the luckiest trip to the Super Bowl in NFL history.
Oh, shut your ass up.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'm gonna go with the '98 Atlanta Falcons. That's what I'm gonna go with.
No, but let me just spend a minute, just 1 minute, saying that they only had one victory over a team above 500 the whole season, and it was the Ravens game in the playoffs that everybody thought they got outplayed. Before that, they beat Tebow's team, and in the regular season, anytime they faced someone with a record above 500, they lost. And that season, the top 4 quarterbacks in the AFC that season, Matt Schaub.
Remember when we said that you overanalyze for a team you hate? This is like the epitome of that shit right there.
Matt, the four best quarterbacks in the AFC, the four best quarterbacks in the AFC, the four best quarterbacks in the AFC that season were Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, and Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub and Peyton Manning both were out for the season, and Ben Roethlisberger was so beat up to the point that he could barely move. The luckiest run to the Super Bowl in the history of the NFL. I'm done.
At home like they always are.
You cannot deny that logic. That's a fantastic argument.
Yeah, it is.
I told you. I've agreed with you that it was an easy year, but like. Still.
All right, honestly, that was completely irrelevant. I was just being an asshole.
Yeah, obviously. What were you saying? Phil, we gotta let you finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish, Phil.
Making me bury the Broncos, who should not be buried. Anyways. And I'll get to that.
There's nothing to bury. They might actually go 18-0, and I really hope.
Okay. Shut up. Let's let Phil finish, because goddamn, we done went all over the place.
I don't even know how to go back. Anyways, what I'm saying is.
Phil rambles a lot anyway, so whatever. But fine, yes, continue.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Anyways, point is, the quarterbacks are just destroyed. They're either destroyed, they're either praised too much. It's just the quarterback was just, or either the rings matter too much for quarterbacks, or they don't matter enough. That's not enough. That's very rare. But it's just, I'm gonna quote Big Red in this. The Tom Brady hasn't won a Super Bowl in 9 years. Yet you want to bring up the quarterback thing. Well, that's a team thing. No, the Patriots have not won the Super Bowl in 9 years. That you can say. You cannot be like, oh, Tom Brady, and then say, well, quarterbacks, you know, and then you want to defend another quarterback. That's just flat out hate when you do that. So I'm going to just call that out right now. But I'm just saying, like, you got to, like, there's obviously Markeem and things like that. You know, he made a great argument, by the way. You know, it couldn't even, you know, you can't even, anyone can even try to think, you know, oh, what rings?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, technical snafu, guys. Shit happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, we was talking about the ring thing and how motherfuckers be exempt because they have rings. What about, like, role players that have multiple rings? What about Terry Bradshaw? I wonder if he went through the same criticism or lack of criticism when he fucked up because he got 4 rings. This is something to think about. You know, Terry Bradshaw was a very marginal quarterback, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to think about.
Twitter wasn't around.
You said Twitter wasn't around? Like, yo, and Bart Starr is, like, an amazing quarterback that won a lot, you know what I mean? But he also fucked up a bunch, so people, you know, it is what, I don't know, man. It's just, the argument gets on my fucking nerves. Like I said, it's a double standard, and it shouldn't be. Everyone should be treated fairly at all times. If you claim to be a fair-minded person, be a fair-minded person. That's all I'm saying.
Bullshit. All right.
Bullshit.
Moving on. Anyways, okay, that does it with that huge long rant segment.
I can't wait to hear that again. Like, I feel like I was on a roll. Like, I felt my adrenaline was pumping. Y'all don't even understand.
Do you want me to pat you on the back and get you some water as well? And some cookies?
Yeah.
Some cookies? Okay.
Well, I feel like I was on it. Like, I felt like Stephen A. Smith just then. That was amazing.
That was a great segment, Mark.
That was fantastic. Anyways, now we'll go to our picks for the weekend. Not that many good games, which obviously means all these games are going to be awesome. That's kind of just how it works. Currently on our head coaching hot seat, we have Bo Pelini, and then of course the quote, "There is no hot seat. He's finished." Markeem. I guess I could take LANE Kiffin off of here since he actually got fired.
You can take him off.
Bob Stoops and Mac Brown. Mac Brown almost lost last week to Iowa State. Then we got Rod Chudzinski, Greg Schiano, and Ron Rivera. Sorry, Markeem. I know he's your boy, but I'll lose him.
I think Schiano's probably gone after this season.
I think Rivera too.
You think so?
If they don't make the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that team that offense looks terrible. Terrible.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
And it's not just Cam, it's like everybody.
Yeah. And of course, we have all our assorted records and comments and all this and that. But anyways, we start off with the first game without LANE Kiffin is Arizona at USC. Markeem, what are your thoughts here?
Gut feeling?
Yeah.
USC like smokes them. Like Cody Kessler goes like crazy. They smoked him. I don't know why I feel like that, but it's just a gut feeling. I feel like LANE Kiffin was the problem with this team, and they're gonna win out. Why? They're gonna beat like Oregon or some shit.
God damn.
You watch, man. You watch.
All right, fine. Phil, what's your thoughts here?
I have no clue. I'll pick Arizona. I did that before, so.
God damn. Do we call this a hero pick? I guess not. I don't think USC's good.
I have no premise behind it. I mean,
I have no premise for picking USC. I think Arizona's probably a better team. But
quiet now.
I just think LANE Kiffin was the reason, and they're going to play so much. Watch, I promise you. They're going to drop like 50 points. And
you'll have a hearty laugh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we might talk about LANE Kiffin again next week if that happens.
Fair enough. All right, so Markeem is picking USC. I'm going to pick USC as well, just because I've seen them play. They actually are very talented. I watched most of that Arizona State game. And, all right, now we move on to Missouri at newly ranked number 25, Missouri at Georgia. Any chance Georgia wins here? Any chance Missouri wins here?
This is going to be a shootout. This is not going to be like last year. Remember, Jarvis Jones beat them single-handedly last year. Like by himself. Like, I'm not even kidding. Nigga had like 2 picks and one was returned for a touchdown, had a fumble recovery, had 3 sacks. He was fucking balling. But yeah, I got Georgia, man. Georgia pretty convincingly.
Phil?
Yeah, I got Georgia too. I mean, I don't know much about Missouri, but I got Georgia. They're playing too good right now to lose. So.
I got Georgia.
And at home. So.
I got Georgia as well. Next we got the Big 12 matchup. Oklahoma at Texas.
Oklahoma because they're better. Y'all hold on real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm not even gonna stop. Phil?
What did you just say?
I'm not gonna stop recording. So Oklahoma or Texas?
I mean, yeah, Oklahoma, Texas. Sorry, I was at a brain part. I have no clue. Oklahoma.
I'll go Oklahoma as well. We'll get your thoughts on this. South Carolina at Arkansas.
I don't know much about Arkansas. Y'all already heard my, semi rant on Carolina. So, hope we pull this one off. I don't think this is the one we lose. I did say we were going to lose. We'll lose one on the road. So, we'll see. But I don't think it's this one. We'll see what Markeem thinks. Even though I kind of have a feeling what he might be going with. So.
Yeah, I've already wrote it.
This is the week.
Yep.
Remember how I said?
Yep.
I knew it.
One of these games, Arkansas will beat someone they're not supposed to beat. In no way, shape, or form are they supposed to beat South Carolina. It's hard to win at Arkansas. Brett Bielema is one of the best X and O's coaches, period, in the game. They're explosive on offense. South Carolina is very inconsistent on defense. Clowney is not playing, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we don't know. So,
He didn't travel to Arkansas, so probably not.
Like, is Connor Shaw playing this week?
Yeah, Connor Shaw will be playing.
Okay, very inconsistent Connor Shaw on the road in a hostile environment. This is the week. This is the week. They, in a shootout, they were hanging with A&M, like Johnny Football, back and forth until, the last 2 minutes. This is the week. It happens this week.
Are we going to call that?
You going with South Carolina?
Nah, I'm not sure yet. That's why.
It's a hero pick. It's
not because I'm going to pick Arkansas as well.
Oh yeah, only one of us can pick them.
I've picked against South Carolina a lot this year, and twice, but I was right. I was right once, very close to being right the other. But I don't know. Arkansas has my boy Alex Collins, who, if you all don't know, is making headlines right now.
He should have been in Miami, but decided.
Yeah. Yes, but
he wanted to be away from his crazy ass mama.
It's for the best because Duke Johnson now does not have to risk sharing carries with him.
That's true.
And Alex Collins right now is a monster, Phil.
So Phil, get ready for the headache, Phil, because this is the week.
Phil,
this is the week.
I read this headline. I could be wrong, but I believe Alex Collins has the most rushing yards ever for a true freshman in the SEC.
You sure that's right?
Yeah, no. Through the first 5 weeks. Through the first.
That might be right because Herschel Walker had 1,900 yards as a freshman.
No, I'm saying through the first 5 weeks.
Yes, Phil. I didn't make that up. That nigga had 1,900 yards as a freshman.
Wow.
In the South. But you might be right. I don't know. You might be right.
Or the most 100-yard games, one or the other. But yeah, he has.
You might be right. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Markeem, who did Herschel play?
Georgia.
Wait, really? Don't be so disrespectful. That's arguably the greatest of all time.
And I was probably 4.
At the college level.
Is he the greatest player? I know you think Tebow's the best quarterback. Who do you think is the best player?
Well, see, I don't know. The best player I ever saw at the college level was hands down Randy Moss.
Okay.
But he could be the best ever in the college level. Larry Fitzgerald's up there too for best I ever seen. I forget about Ricky Williams. Probably Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams is just on another planet.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Arkansas as well. Then we got UF at LSU. UF beat these guys in the swamp last year. I watched that game. Thoughts?
Different circumstance, different environment. Death Valley is crazily loud. They have a straight up true freshman starting a quarterback at Death Valley against this offense and defense. Forget about it.
I agree. I'm going with LSU as well. Phil?
Same here. It's not in the swamp. It's gonna be, and I don't
forget about it.
And I don't think Florida's gonna be able to match LSU.
This one could get ugly.
Oregon.
Is Drexel still hurt too?
Yeah, Driscoll out for the season.
Driscoll's out for the year, yeah. Oregon at Washington. Markeem, your Washington boys that you're stunned about.
not today though. Not today. They gonna lose, but they gonna fight because But I wouldn't be shocked, man. I wouldn't be shocked if I'm wrong. I'm almost tempted to pick Washington because I'm just so surprised, man. Like y'all don't know. I'm just thrown for a loop. Like I did not expect this shit at all. Like to me, this is the most shocking thing in college and pro football. I did not expect these niggas to have only one loss and to Stanford. Did not expect that.
In a close game.
Yeah, this will be close, but Marcus Mariota's a monster. I just think they will win just because they're a better team. But I'm rooting for Washington. I'm staying up late to watch this game.
Texas A&M. Oh, Phil, you got Washington. You got Oregon as well.
Yeah, I got Oregon.
So do I. And finally, Texas A&M at Ole Miss.
If Alabama can slow down A&M, what makes niggas think Ole Miss gonna slow down A&M? Johnny Football. And Mike Evans all day, a lot.
But their defense sucks.
Yeah.
By the way, the SEC is on pace to become the WAC-12 at the rate of these offenses.
Yo, did y'all see that random fool keep sending me that bullshit on Ask FM?
Yep.
The WAC-12 conference. They give up 30-some-odd points, and the SEC, they play real football. Yeah, real football. When Georgia is giving up like 40 points like 3 times this year? Okay, whatever.
And because Georgia's giving up and scoring a lot. LSU gave up a lot against Georgia and is scoring a shitload. How many 40-point games each team have we seen in the SEC this year from the top teams?
Exactly. It's been a bunch. And then you got Stanford who's killing niggas on defense. I don't hear nothing. Like you got motherfuckers that just listen to people talk about college football and don't actually watch it. It annoys me.
Wait, can you drop that line? You haven't said it in a while.
You really don't watch college football.
You really don't.
If you still have that mindset, you don't.
Phil, you got A&M as well?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
I don't want to be disrespectful, cause and I see where you're going, kid, and you're crazy. But I don't want to be disrespectful, cause Ole Miss got a squad, man, but not yet. They're a couple years away. Just not now. They're not ready for this.
Hero pick time.
Let's hope this is bad.
I've heard Ole Miss's defense has gotten better, and I heard Johnny Football's like kind of a hoodlum, so I decided to go with the upset and pick West Virginia. Ole Miss.
Why do you sound like a retard or something?
I was mocking a guy that doesn't know college football. I'm gonna pick Texas A&M as well, but yeah. Next we go to the NFL. Not that many games to cover, but still some interesting stuff. Packers at Ravens. Either of you guys jump in on that one?
You want to go, Phil?
Yeah, I go. I got the Packers. I don't think this is going to even be close.
Think so?
Wow. No. Way to be so disrespectful.
They're like, damn. I don't even think this is going to be close. Like, damn.
I was wrong against the Bengals, so the Packers thing.
Kid. You always screw up by taking the underdogs. You just did it again. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
Because he is, man. He is a bad dude.
I mean, they're coming off the bye. That's why I'm picking the Packers. But, I do not think it'll be close. I do not think it'll be, easily at all.
No, the Packers played last week.
Oh, yeah, they're not coming off the bye. That's right. My bad. In that case, Markeem, you picked the Packers as well, I presume? I know you. I know your boy.
Man, I couldn't tell you, man. The way the Ravens, man, they looked in that second half against y'all, man. They look like last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to go with Packers, but, I'm not, as gung-ho about it as I was. For some reason, Aaron Rodgers, and this coming from me, has looked slightly off this year.
Yeah, but I think he always struggles in the beginning. They went 2-3 last year in the first 5 games.
Well, yeah, but I mean, by his standards, he looks slightly off.
It's a tough one for me. Actually, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I wouldn't call this a hero pick, only because your fifth player, Clay Matthews, is out this game, and I think, yeah, he's out this game. So I think they're gonna.
I'm still going back it.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens just because I like them, but actually, fuck that shit. I'm going with the Packers. I still don't trust the Ravens. I watched them play a whole game against the Dolphins.
No, you don't trust Flacco. That's what's going on here.
I mean, it's just like he's always liable. He threw 5 interceptions against the Bills. He's always liable. He played decent against the Dolphins. I think this means he's bound to have a terrible game now. I don't know. I just don't trust him. Anyways, next we get Raiders at Chiefs. Phil, start this one off.
Okay. First of all, I have to issue an apology to the Chiefs. And not because I still think it's legit, but because I apparently didn't look at their schedule.
Oh my
God.
You're a fucking asshole.
They are going...
This is what you deserve. You deserve all the Tom Brady hate I throw at you.
Oh, shut up. No.
After that comment?
I'm just saying, no. Look, I'm going to point at this, okay? I'm not saying the Chiefs are the Bucks. But everyone pointed the Bucks the year they went like 10-6 and just missed the playoffs and didn't realize they literally beat nobody.
They beat the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, like you said, nobody.
I'm talking about the Bucks.
No, the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs have beaten one team, and guess what? It's not over 500.
The Eagles are alright.
They beat 3 NFC East teams. They beat Jacksonville. And Tennessee's their biggest win, honestly, if you want to me.
Tennessee's a good team, man.
Tennessee's a good team. The Cowboys are a good team. The Eagles are okay. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, goddamn, kid, goddamn.
Shut up. Coming from the guy that absolutely destroyed the NFC, like says the NFC is atrocious, now wants to jump on their side.
Don't you remember when? This is why I hate you. This is why I hate you. This is why I hate you.
You know, y'all really sound like Skip and Stephen A. right now.
Legitimately, on Twitter, no. Because on Twitter, on Sunday, you gave me so much shit. You gave me so much shit on Twitter on Sunday for defending the Eagles' schedule. And now you're giving me shit for defending the NFC East. Fuck you. You constantly change your mind on what you do.
Don't say your story the way you want it to be told. Don't say it like that. I pulled it out on you against the Eagles in their schedule. And first of all, they don't have the hardest schedule. I don't know who told you that.
The Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagles do not have the hardest.
Yeah, you dumbass. There's only 3 undefeated teams in football, and the Eagles play 2 of them. Go fuck yourself. Seriously.
They don't have the hardest schedule in the NFL. I almost guarantee it.
No, the hardest schedule in the NFL is the Dolphins. That's not arguable.
Is it?
Browns 3-2, Ravens 3-2, Colts 4-1, Saints 5-0.
Yeah, up to this point, yeah.
What? Right, but I'm not arguing the Dolphins. I'm talking. Anyway, the go back to your point is you want to bring it up.
And hold on, Phil. I'm gonna let you talk, but you don't know if the Eagles are okay. We beat the Giants. I don't want to hear shit. I don't know anything about this team at this point. But go ahead, Phil. And
that was my point. Whether you meant it, but the way you bring it up, it was when they were beating the Giants, and the fact that is the point that people may be overreacting the fact that they lost to the San Diego, Kansas City, and Denver. You can't say that because they're beating the Giants.
No, okay, okay.
But the fact you brought it up during a winning game against the Giants.
Yeah, that was like the way you did that, kid. That was like, when are you gonna admit you were wrong about EJ Manuel? That was just like that.
No. That's how exactly. That's
those tweets. I never said that I never said that this game proves that people overreact to them. I just said people, I think, don't know who the Eagles are yet because they've had a tough schedule. I could have tweeted those series of tweets 2 days earlier than I did, and my intent and example would have been the same. But you are the one that interpreted that I was saying this based on the fact they're the Giants.
The Giants equal. Shut up, the Big Rat. You did. Come on. You don't randomly bring up that game and you're not saying.
Look at Skip and Stephen A. I really feel like Carrie right now.
Come on.
Give me a vagina and a form-fitting dress, and we're right there.
Beat the Giants. Don't try to it's okay if that's why you were bringing up, but don't deny that. You don't bring that randomly.
You don't understand arguments. You don't understand premises. You don't understand one thing connects to one thing.
This is awesome.
I'm done. I can't even talk to that.
I would like to say this is awesome.
Listen, that's so dumb. The fact the tweet, like even Mark.
This is why you're stupid. This is why you're stupid. This is why you're stupid. Yes, I brought it up during the game. Yes, I brought it up during the game. Yes, I brought it up during the game. Yes, I brought it up during the game.
Hold on. Is one of y'all niggas gonna talk and then the other person talk?
It has to be insults. Have you ever heard me stop a conversation and say insults? No, I haven't, because he always is the one that brings up insults. I'm never the person that does that.
That is very true.
Kid says very true.
I'm glad you admit that.
That's trademark. Most of my arguments with him begin with "you fucking idiot." That's just how I am.
Well, yeah, that is how the kid is. But he is a goddamn dumbass because he won't admit that Eli Manning is inconsistent. Go ahead.
This show is all over the fucking place. Listen, I felt this way for a while. Did I tweet it during the game? Yes, but that doesn't mean I felt that way just because they were beating the Giants. No, I felt that way because they've had a hard schedule, and maybe we should calm down about how bad they are because we haven't seen that we've only seen them play tough teams. That is irrelevant to the correlation that they were playing the Giants. Yes, I did tweet it during the Giants game, but I did feel it even before that game because in my argument I never once mentioned the fucking Giants. But because you drew that connection.
Not me, Rant Logic, okay, dude?
No,
but
I don't have
I mean, but what is he supposed to think, kid? Like,
you didn't say this before. I agree with that. You did say this before about the Eagles. Like, is it too early? They're playing hard opponents. But that, like, to say it then, like, don't tell me it wasn't because they were winning as the Giants.
Yeah. Like, what is he supposed to think? That game's going on, and then you tweet that.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that all of a sudden I never once said they are good. I said that you don't know them because of the teams they've beaten.
I can't believe we're spending so much time on Raiders and Chiefs.
Exactly.
Those comments that they've had a tough schedule, that we don't know who they are, that is completely irrelevant. Logic. Those premises and my conclusion from those premises that the Eagles, we don't know what team they are yet. It didn't matter. They could have been losing that game against another team. That doesn't make my conclusion from those premises different. That's what you learn in a logic class. The conclusion from the premises. Those were my premises. They did not involve the Giants. They didn't need to involve the Giants. I never even said the Eagles were good, they're bad. I'm just saying we don't know who they are. Stop overreacting. Wait till they play more teams. That is my conclusion from my premises. What you're bringing up was a separate instance. That was not a part of my main premises that ran parallel with those main premises and what reminded me to bring up that tweet.
Can we just pick this game now?
Phil, I want to hear Phil talk about how the Chiefs have had an easy schedule.
No, whoa.
That's not what he said. God damn it, kid. That's not what he said. He was talking about the rest of the schedule, you goddamn asshole.
Continue, dicks.
God, you the one being a jackass.
All right.
Anyway, let me read their schedule, okay? Oakland, Houston, who knows what's going to happen. Cleveland, at Buffalo. That's not week 9, so we won't have EJ Manuel. Then bye week. Then they play the tough games at Denver versus San Diego versus Denver again. They have That's good luck.
That's kind of stupid. Like that close to each other.
The schedule.
You play Denver one week, and then next week you play the Chargers, and then the next week after that you got Denver again. What kind of bullshit is that?
Then they get at Washington, at Oakland. We'll see how that game is compared to this one.
They might lose that one, but continue.
But, anyways, I have the Chiefs in this game. I'm just saying, I wanted to say that I didn't, like me saying that they had, I think it's on the record, I was referring to that I said that there's no shot they have the playoffs. Still not sure they make the playoffs, but, in a sense, looking at their schedule now more, I see a little bit more of a chance, like now they can make it. And
like they got through the tougher shit and they're unbeaten, so yeah.
And whether I did not mean that they haven't beat anyone, but in a sense they haven't beat anyone. Like I'm not trying to point that out. Only hold on, let me finish my thought.
I haven't said anything.
Whole show, 16 points against Dallas is great. Like I'll give that. I'm giving them props, even though Dallas is 2-3 right now. But and obviously they played, Dallas has played, whatever. But what were those teams that they beat? Like that's the whole premise that everyone always says. It's about who'd you beat at the end of the season. And at the end of the season, where will Dallas, Philly, and New York be? I guess one of them has to be.
At home watching the goddamn. Well, no, I guess by default one of them got to be playing that fucking division.
unless when they play the Redskins later in the year, which is weird. That doesn't make sense too. We're talking about scheduling. Why you play 3 straight NFC East games and then the last one's way down there? Whatever. I guess scheduling just has whatever. But then you got Jacksonville, you got Tennessee, which we both know aren't making the playoffs, barring some injury somewhere else. But
hey man, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Tennessee, that might happen because we don't know what's gonna happen with your Texans. I'm sorry, kid. It's being real.
So the question marks there, of course, obviously Denver both games. Kansas City has to get one of those games to me. Like they can't lose both of those.
You know what I realized we didn't talk about?
I know. We'll get to that.
Well, I know. Anyway, but I got the Chiefs.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I? Come on, it's obvious. All right. Okay.
Oh, Phil, you had anything else to add?
No, that was it. No, I was finished.
All right. The reason why I'm very frustrated with these comments by Phil over here is because aside from the fact that as far as numbers and efficiency are concerned, the Chiefs might have the best defense in the NFL. But I have this goddamn guy over here fucking telling me they haven't played anybody else in that. Listen, it's not just that they beat the Cowboys. It's not just that they beat the Titans. Teams that they fought, that you, quote-unquote, are calling like bad or whatever, they're not just beating them, they're killing them. They murdered the Giants. They murdered the Jaguars. They pretty well decisively beat up Philadelphia. And they went in and pretty decisively beat Tennessee and the Cowboys. This is a very good team. If you cannot see that, I don't understand.
I don't think that's what Phil said.
No. He was trying to diminish their wins by saying, "Oh well, where will Dallas and Philly be at the end of the year? And look how easy their schedule is the rest of the year." Yeah, I don't think they've beaten anybody. That was said almost word for word. I don't think they've beaten anybody. Listen, they've looked so good. They've looked so good, and Cowboys and Dallas, either Dallas or Philly is going to be in the playoffs because one of those two has to win that division. So
yeah, somebody has to win that terrible fucking.
So please do not, instead of just
you know what? No, I'm almost at the point where no games against the NFC East should even fucking count. And you should get almost no credit for that bullshit, man.
The Jags, the same thing.
I'm just saying, look.
But here's no.
You had your goddamn time.
I know, but you're talking about me. Like, come on. Like, I have to say something.
Yeah, let him say something. Come on, kid. You damn near you sure enough cut him off. Go ahead, Phil.
What I'm saying about that is with the Chiefs, they're not proven. So I look at that. Like, I look at who they've played and I look at who they've beat. So when you have teams like other teams that have at least in the past done something and gone to the playoff, this team hasn't.
What?
Like, I'm not saying they're not talented.
No. Instead of just admitting that you were wrong, you're
I'm not
saying
I didn't say to the playoffs.
I don't think this is about being right or wrong. I just think Phil has a
you're going to try
difference
to
of opinion. No. I think he has a difference of opinion.
No, you're diminishing. Look, at this point, you got to accept the Chiefs. At this point, you got to accept the Chiefs as one of the top teams in the NFL. At this point, we're 5 weeks in. They're playing at a high level.
He got a point. And they're 5-0.
And you're not doing that. You're not doing that. And
the kid got you there. He got you there.
And the only reason why I think you're not doing that is because you buried them in the preseason. And because I don't know why else you wouldn't just accept.
I'm not burying them.
I don't know why you can't just accept what you're seeing.
No, I don't know why you can't just accept that I have a different opinion than you. Like that's the problem.
Go ahead. It's like those people that say Kobe's the best of all time, and when you say you're wrong, you say
no. You know your biggest argument about that year with the Patriots is they didn't beat any team over 500. Well, guess what the Chiefs haven't done? Beat a team over 500.
The Titans are 3-2. Titans are 3-2. Shut the fuck up.
At the end of the year, the Tennessee Titans will not be over 500.
You know, I can't wait to have this conversation week 15 before the night since it's 2:06 a.m. Can we move the fuck on and stop talking about the Kansas City Chiefs? After Alex Smith, can we stop doing this, please?
After defending them, and by the way, saying it's my opinion isn't enough of a valid justification. But anyways, after defending them, But
if your opinion is backed up by thoughts, then you're fine. Phil actually had thoughts attached to that. He didn't just say a sentence and then say, it's my opinion, which I fucking hate. He didn't do that.
Okay. After all that, and also either the Cowboys or the Eagles are probably going to be 500 or higher to win that division. But again, after all that, I'm going to make a hero pick and pick the Raiders this week.
Wow.
After saying after all that, yes. After spending so much time arguing about the Chiefs, I'm going to pick the Raiders this week.
You know what, kid? Fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you.
Like that. Wow.
The Raiders are just playing really well right now. I think the Chiefs are coming due for a loss. I think the Raiders' offense. If you guys have seen them, I've seen them many times.
They're getting better. Like each week, they look better.
Their offense, they look very creative on offense. Terrell Pryor is playing very well. Did you know that his game against the Chargers was the highest quarterback rating for a Raiders quarterback since Rich Gannon?
Since Rich Gannon, I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
He is playing really, really well.
He had like a QBR like in the 80s. He was balling.
And as opposed to the Eagles, who turn the ball over all the fucking time, I don't think the Chiefs have faced an offense that's like Pryor's offense. They faced an offense kind of similar to it with the Eagles, but Michael Vick turned the ball over so many times. I think Terrell Pryor on his feet might cause some damage. They're not used to it. They haven't prepared for it. They really have no one in that division to prepare for it against when you're facing Phillip Rivers and Peyton Manning. They're not used to it. And I think Terrell Pryor, if he doesn't turn the ball over, I think he's going to be able to drive on them. And I think he can score 17, 20 points, which against this team is all you need to win because we know offensively they're not that special. But that defense plays with so much intensity. Like, the reason why Lamar Houston is playing so well, like, and Charles Woodson is playing so well. Like, they play with intensity. They play every game like they want to win. I know it's on the road, but this is just my gut here. I think the Chiefs are come due for a loss. I think the Chiefs will beat them in Oakland, but I just think the Chiefs are come due for a loss. I think the Raiders are going to give them something they haven't seen before. And I just think on defense, the Raiders are motivated enough to prevent Alex Smith from doing too much damage in an upset. Hero pick. There you go. Moving on. Jaguars at Broncos. Okay.
I didn't even pick the goddamn game.
Oh shit, that's right.
I didn't say a word.
My bad. Go for it.
I'm picking the Chiefs, but because they're at home and I think they're just a better team. But I didn't even get a chance to say that.
Sorry, Markeem.
God damn.
It's not my fault that Mike Bennett over here had to, I'm kidding. That was on me. Anyways, Jaguars at Broncos. Okay, none of us actually are picking the Jaguars unless someone wants to make the hero pick of the month.
Hero pick. I am kidding.
That's not even fair. Like
the greatest hero pick of all time. It's in Denver too. Like, we're here
if
more.
The Jags won, would this be the greatest upside of all time?
If one of us, well, I don't know about of all time, but like if one of us picked the Jags, like and we're right, we win for the week no matter what our record is.
Yes, that would be true. Oh,
anybody want to do that? Anybody want to take that risk?
Nope, not even kind of close. But just so you guys know, the fans out there, last week as far as records, I'm not going to go in depth, but Phil and Markeem both went 8-6, and yours truly went 9-5 to win the weekend for the first time in a while. Even though I did have the worst pick of the year this year when I picked Maryland, and they lost 63-0. Anyways, we're just going to ignore that because I'm the host and I can do that. But yeah, we all are picking the Broncos. But what we're going to do is try to predict the score. And whoever's the closest gets the win on this one. Markeem, how many points do you think they'll win by?
49-3.
That's definitely possible. Phil.
This is going to seem low.
Well, you know what? Because of the Denver defense, 49-10. Yeah.
I don't know. Even asking the Jaguars to score 10 points seems like a lot. But yeah.
Yeah, it does. But
Phil?
I don't know what I honestly can't say what the Jags are going to score, but I'm going to say I'm going to guess the spread, and I think the spread will be somewhere between 35 to 38 points.
Okay, so how about we just do 40?
Because I think eventually at the end of the game, I hope Denver's not dicks about it and they just run the ball at the end of the game.
How about 38-3?
That's fine. That's 35 spread, so there you go. I don't even know if they get a field goal, but it's fine.
I'm gonna do 45-10, 45-7. But I think that of those 45 points, 35 of that will be scored in the first half.
Oh, I agree. I think that all of the points that I said will be scored in the first half. I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. I think Peyton Manning will be gone by the time the third quarter hits, and they won't score another point.
Moving on, we got the game of the week. Saints at Patriots. Me and Markeem will start, and Phil will close it off. Big Rat, the Patriots hater, who's picked against the Patriots. I picked the Patriots to beat the Falcons, but I picked against them against the Jets and the Bucks. And last week I was right. Jets I was close, Bucks not so much. I think the Saints win this one pretty handily. Their offense is just amazing right now. The Patriots' offense is not amazing right now. Even if Gronk plays, is he really expected to be an immediate contributor at a high level after not playing football for almost a year? I don't know.
It helps, though. It helps.
It does help, but the Saints' offense is incredible right now. But the Saints have just so many weapons. Like, at least with Aqib Talib, he's just been able to lock on to, like, Julio Jones or lock on to A.J. Green. With the Saints, what are you going to do? Put him on Jimmy Graham? Like, and that might not even work. Like, just with Jimmy Graham and Marcus Colston and Darren Sproles, like, they just have so much talent. Drew Brees, I honestly believe if Peyton Manning wasn't playing lights out right now, people would be praising Drew Brees for being the best quarterback in the NFL. Like, he's playing amazing right now. And they have, right now, statistically, the second best defensive end in the NFL behind J.J. Watt, Cameron Jordan. The Bengals defensive line gave the Patriots offensive line a lot of problems. I think Cameron Jordan will give them a lot of problems. And, yeah, I know it's in New England, but Saints. It's not going to be a blowout or anything, but it's like the Bengals game. I'm pretty confident in this one. Markeem?
I got the Saints, too. I'm sorry, Phil. I just think that Vince Wilfork being hurt really changes things. I think, like, it's finally going to sink in this week because the Saints, are not the Bengals on offense. You know what I'm saying? I think that I do think the Patriots, are going to get theirs against the Saints. I think it's going to be an incredible game. I just got the Saints.
Phil.
All right, it's my turn, I guess, now. This is a hard one for me, especially after how we played on last week.
Are you going to do it?
Are you going to do it?
Well, let me finish. Let me first say that the Saints, like.
No, damn it, we don't know who you're picking. Fuck this.
No. Let him give his analysis.
Big Rat, like Big Rat said, Jimmy Graham is the one I'm worried about the most. Marcus Colston.
And you can't exactly lock out. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm just trying to add this in. You're gonna finish. You can't exactly put a shutdown corner on a tight end. I mean,
no, you can't. No, I don't think
that's horrible matchup.
He won't play Jimmy Graham. You're just gonna have to hope for the best. I kind of hope Gronk plays. It'd be great to see Gronk and then back and forth with Gronk, Jimmy Graham, Gronk, Jimmy Graham. I think it'd be a great game. But as far as the Saints, they have Sproles, they have like I said, Jimmy Graham, Marcus Colston, Drew Brees. Hello. I like the fact that it's at home. I think that the fact that it's at home keeps us in the game. I think we have a better offensive game. It is the second straight road game for the Saints. But I am going to pick the Saints.
Oh, my God!
It pains me. Like, you guys have no idea.
I want to pop some champagne right now, man.
I am going to pick the Saints. I hope we play lights out. We win this.
Good Lord!
He did it!
But I am picking the Saints. It's killing me. But I will go on record. If Patriots win this game, well, I don't know. I'm
not going to pick against them ever.
I'll say I'll never pick against them again in this season, but that's a little too far.
You are officially
the first time ever, so this is a big step for me.
You are officially 10 times the fan that Trademark is.
Please just be a close game, so that I don't look so I don't feel bad. That's all I care. But anyways, Saints. I just think the big thing to me is just like our defense is gonna have to create. To me, is gonna have to just take over so many turnovers to keep this game from keep Drew Brees off the field, and it's like I don't know if Ridley will play, and it's like I don't know. I don't think Belichick's gonna pound the ball. He should, like Markeem said. I just don't know if he'll pound it enough to keep Brees off the field and be successful at it.
That's what he needs to do. If he did that, I would pick the Patriots.
This game more than ever, but even with Gronk back, like I said, it's gonna be close. I don't know. I think they've held Gronk for this game, so we'll see what happens. But I got the Saints. I hate this. I hate that I'm saying that. It kills me.
Like, and I probably would have picked the Patriots had the Saints not have played so well against Chicago.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And on the road, and that's why it's tough because like back-to-back games. But this is at the New Orleans. I'm picking Saints. Easy.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they struggle with the cold weather. Nah.
And it's not cold yet. It's good. So.
Yeah, so man,
that's for the Saints too. By the way, like they're playing these like possible cold road games
early. Yeah.
Markeem.
I know.
Y'all thought you were getting him with the Falcons.
Oh my God. Oh, good Lord. Does this mean you're going to pick them against the Jets next week? Yeah, I think
Phil said what?
they play the Jets next week in New York.
Right, yes, I know that.
You gonna go ahead and pick that game, Phil? Gonna put you down for the Patriots?
You're gonna pick them against the Dolphins in 3 weeks?
Defensive line and offensive line is so bad.
Oh my God! The day that Phil picks the Dolphins to beat the Patriots, and I pick the reverse, which is very possible.
Oh my God!
That won't happen though, because if you don't pick them, I'm probably not picking them, just because I know that their defensive line is it's got to be on par.
The world's gonna explode if that shit happens.
But I will admit, as much I should say, as much as I buried the Dolphins, Cameron Wake did not play again against the Ravens. He played one series, then he sat out. We have the bye week now, so he's gonna rest. He'll come back fully healthy. Donnell Ellerbe left the Ravens game early after he was kicking ass. Looked like that good of a quarterback for most of the game. And Dimitri Patterson, our starting cornerback, who had 3 interceptions his first game, he's coming back too. So this is all good stuff. All right. Next we got the Cardinals at the 49ers. Well, I would not be surprised if the Cardinals win because, as me and Markeem has said, the Cardinals can beat anybody and lose to anybody in the NFL. And the 49ers aren't stalwarts at home because that team isn't looking that good. And I don't know. I've been struggling with this one. Just because I think if the Cardinals put Patrick Peterson... Okay, to those that watched the Texans game, the Niners' offense looked awful. Like, they won because of Schaub, and we'll talk about Schaub about this game. But because Schaub was so bad, they scored a lot. But Colin Kaepernick only completed 6 passes the whole game. Like
that should tell you all you need to know about that loss, man.
Yeah, I know.
Texans were terrible. But
let's preview the game first. But the Niners offense is really bad, and I just think if the Cardinals lock Patrick Peterson right on Anquan Bolden or Vernon, and you can't lock on Vernon Davis, but on Anquan Bolden, I don't know what the Chargers can do. The Cardinals defense is really underrated, but their offense I think is really going to struggle against the 49ers. Their offensive line looks terrible, and Carson Palmer's not been his best. So I guess I'll pick the Niners, but I would not be surprised if it goes the other way. Markeem, thoughts on this one?
I don't know what Phil's going to do. So this may be a hero pick, but I'm going with the Cardinals.
Wow.
Because, it feels like, it's a hero pick. Like you said, man, Kaepernick has been ugh. Now, I think they should get back to doing what they usually do, and that's run the football. I don't think it's going to happen this week. I think Patrick Peterson, fully healthy, throw him on Anquan Bolden. They'll win a close game. I think they go to Candlestick and they get it done. The Niners defense is wildly overrated. Wow,
really? I mean, I know you don't like their secondary, but
I mean, but look at it. Look, that's all you got to say. If they can protect Carson remotely, they'll be able to score.
Phil,
I've got the Niners. I do know about the Kaepernick struggles and all that. He did get completed 6 passes against the Texans and still won. So it is what it is there. But I just can't. I mean, you're right about the Cardinals. They do somehow pull off wins. I mean, they beat us last year, so they pull off obviously not with Carson Palmer, but they just pull off these wins every once in a while. So I'm not saying that's a crazy pick, but I got the Niners. They can't lose.
You just can't go with the Cardinals.
Against the Rams, they predominantly ran the ball and they kicked their ass. So, but yes,
and the teams they beat. I mean, not to go off on to attack them again, like I've done another team today, but the teams they beat: Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Detroit. So, Which I'm not saying, but like I said, I still think that it's not a crazy hero pick is what I'm getting.
You know the Cardinals, if the season ended today, are in the playoffs?
I know that's crazy. They're 3-2.
That is sad.
They have
Real?
Yeah. They have the tiebreaker over the Bears. I don't understand how, but they do.
They do have it says on best win percentage in conference games, whatever.
Yeah, because the Bears lost to the Saints. So yeah. So yeah, the Cardinals. Why is that sad? I know the NFC East sucks and the NFC South. By the way, it's not even close this year. The AFC is the superior conference.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
the what?
The AFC is the superior conference, like unquestionably.
It shouldn't have been, but yeah, it is.
Like Chiefs, Titans, Dolphins, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. Those are all teams that are 3-2. Like, and the NFC, the only 3-2 teams are the Lions.
We didn't even bring up the Broncos or the Patriots.
The Patriots.
I mean, we were just talking about just 3-2 teams.
And the Colts and the Jets are 3-2. Like, damn. And the
NFC are so dominant. I thought the NFC would be dominant again this year, but
the 2 and 3 teams don't suck. Like the Raiders and Chargers don't suck. Maybe the Bills suck now without EJ Manuel.
Like the Rams suck. 2 and 3 they suck.
The Jaguars obviously suck, but and the Jaguars and the Steelers suck. As far as the worst teams in the AFC, it's Jaguars, Steelers, Bills, and then I won't lie, probably the Texans.
My team is 6.
Wow. What did you just say, kid?
Okay, I guess we can talk about this now. Matt Schaub.
Real quick, I was going to say, like, the 10-6 prediction I had last year for the NFC might
apply for the AFC, yeah.
The AFC this year. I'm not ready to say it yet, but good.
Yeah, Matt Schaub played awful.
Laundry mat, shower mat.
That's the one I like the best.
Room mat, plaster mat,
Schaub.
Welcome mat.
Welcome mat's another good one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chase Keenum.
Schaub played.
Schaub sucks. That's what he said. Schaub sucks.
Picks. He had 3 picks. Another pick 6. Although the second pick I didn't think was that bad. It was a slightly inaccurate throw, and instead of bouncing off Andre Johnson, it bounced off the cornerback's elbow, and it flew up in the air, and the cornerback caught it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that
wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The one to the defensive lineman. All right, that one was.
That was one of the worst passes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was Logan Thomas type shit right there. That was bad.
But yeah, the Texans, Schaub has looked terrible. I can't deny it. I will say, he looked great against the Chargers, and he looked
for half.
And he looked fantastic against the Seahawks for 3 quarters. It was on the road. I know it was on the road, but that was one of the best defenses in the NFL, if not the best defense in the NFL. Although I think it's the Chiefs, you can make the argument it's the Seahawks. So I don't think Schaub has played as horrible as people are saying. His performance in the Niners game is not
bullshit.
As horrible, Markeem. Not that he's not playing bad, but as bad as people say.
All right.
You even admit, that Niners game, he has not played like that every game this year. Not that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I think Schaub's confidence is completely shot. I think that after the whole thing about the pick sixes, and his first attempted pass was a pick 6, I just think that really got to him. To me, it's a mental thing. Yes, he's been bad for a little bit now in the last year, but he was playing fine against the Seahawks at the start. I think that Niners game was not like, he just has no arm strength. Although his arm strength is clearly weakened, I think it was more of mentally he's just completely shot right now. And I think it was good that Kubiak benched him. I think Schaub's going to start this week. And we're not going to talk about the game, but I actually think the Texans win only because I don't think the Rams are that good. The Rams' offense is very underwhelming, and the Texans' defense is still really strong. So I think Schaub will get enough done to win, and I think hopefully that boosts his confidence and he can start playing well again. But I can't pull around it. I love Matt Schaub. Everyone knows that I love Matt Schaub. That the Texans are my second favorite team in the NFL. This really hurts to see, but I'm not giving up yet. I hate to bring this stat up every time I talk about him, but he still has the 6th highest active quarterback rating in the NFL. RG3 and Russell Wilson both have higher ones than him, but I wouldn't count theirs just yet. I still trust Matt Schaub. I love Matt Schaub, and I hope I'm going to succeed. I won't lie, I'm losing confidence week by week because it really looks like his skills as a quarterback have just deteriorated. but I don't think T.J. Yates or Case Keenum is going to save your season.
Case Keenum and Skip Bayless trying to make that ridiculous argument for a dude that's built like a middle schooler. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, it's just...
This nigga like he ought to be in the house when the street lights come on and Skip Bayless talking about he can play. Really, at the NFL? Really? He's built like a little kid. Come on. Fuck out of here, man.
Like, the
street lights come on.
I just don't, like, I can understand if you had, like, Matt Moore. Like, oh, let's bench your quarterback for a week or two, it will do our quarterback good to know that he was benched, and let's see what the backup can do. Your backups suck. Like, why do people all of a sudden think that? I've heard that comment many times. T.J. Yates played well when Schaub went down last night. No, he didn't.
Like, dig this. Case Keenum is listed at 6 feet tall, 208 pounds. 208 pounds is small for a goddamn quarterback. But 6 feet tall, shit. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I know.
I don't believe it.
I'm saying that, whatchamacallit? T.J. Yates did not play well. If people forget that they were the number one team in the AFC and then they lost 3 of their last 4 games and they lost to the 2-14 Colts that year, and then they went into the playoffs and he played decent against the Bengals, but it was more because J.J. Watt was just a monster that game and Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis fucking were terrible. And then he threw 3 picks against the Ravens in the fourth quarter. Like, he did not play that well, and I saw him for a quarter, and he looked skittish. Like, I don't know, whenever, like, he detected a pass rush, he would make this weird jerking movement with his body, and it was very strange to see. Normally, I'm not going to deny that Schaub has been playing bad, but your alternatives just aren't very good. I think you have to stick with him and then see drafting a quarterback in the first or second round this year. It would dishearten me so much if Schaub gets cut this year. The only way I would feel better about it is if the Texans go and draft Stephen Morris, just because I think Stephen Morris would be a good fit for this offense, because Stephen Morris hits the deep ball very well, so he'd be very effective off the play action.
Healthy Stephen Morris.
Healthy Stephen Morris. But, yeah, I'm bummed. I don't know what more to say. It sucks. Markeem?
You know how I feel. Matt Schaub is what he is. Like,
yeah, you really sound like Stephen A.
I mean, he is. Man. Yo, he can put up numbers. You know, we all know what he can do statistically, but he's Tony Romo, dog. He's Tony. I'm sorry, Kim, he's Romo. He's. Come on, like seriously, no, I'm serious. Okay. Does his career not remind you of Tony Romo, man? Like doesn't.
I'm
sorry, Kim. It is he.
I love both of those guys.
I will say this. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think you have to just go with Schaub for the rest of the year and just see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree though, because the alternatives aren't that great. But and plus, let's be real, man. Schaub balls, man. Like as much as I'm laughing and shit, Schaub is a baller, man. Look at that nigga numbers. Like, come on. Like you can't just be like, I'm going. That's why you just can't get rid of a nigga like Tony Romo. Like, no, look at that nigga numbers. Like you know how dumb that was. Like you bring in some average guy because Tony Romo threw an interception at the end of a game. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Like you know, but you ain't gonna win with the nigga because he's not. It's something hindering him from getting it done. I mean, and this is one of the times where I can say it's kind of him. Yes, that team is pretty much good in all facets of the game.
Yep.
Might be even worse than Romo.
Yep.
You really have to keep it.
Anyways.
No, I'm not done. All right. Now I'm done.
Well, the bye week this week for the Dolphins means I can watch the Texans game in full. And yeah.
Yo, and if he loses to the Rams, if they lose to the Rams, dog, oh my god.
At home. Yeah.
Getting cut the next week.
Yo, kid, I'm fucking with you so bad if they lose that game.
Oh. Don't do this. It's gotten to the point where I want Schaub to win a Super Bowl more than Peyton Manning. I said that last week. Like, it's honestly gotten to that point.
Well, you better keep dreaming.
I know. I know. Anyways.
Nah, but to be fair, though, for years, they hadn't given much of, like, receiving targets. Like, he just got, what's his name?
Andre.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins and the tight end too. What's his name?
Owen Daniels.
Owen Daniels. Didn't he just get there like 2 years ago? You know what I mean?
Oh, Daniels has been in a while.
And then he got hurt one of the seasons. For the longest it's just been him and Andre Johnson, to be fair. So this is me being fair. I'm a fair guy, but he's Matt Schaub. Come on. Come on, look at his last name, Schaub. Like, doesn't that sound like a guy that would sell you insurance or something? Schaub.
All right, fucking moving on.
Mr. Schaub.
Colts at Chargers. I don't know if this is a hero pick. I think Andrew Luck sucks.
Nigga, don't be getting mad at me.
He's going to collapse on national television on Monday night. He's going to throw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, because he does that, huh? When 9 come from behind victories and 21 starts? Yeah.
You sound like
do that.
I'm just saying, you sounded so much like Skip Bayless right there. With the Tim Tebow, he has 8 come from behind victories.
No, but you just said he was going to crumble, and yeah, that's not going to happen. Nah.
All right, I'm still picking the Chargers. Phillip Rivers is still playing at a high level. He completed 71% of his passes against the Raiders.
Yeah, he's got that Logan Thomason. It's the emergence of, like you said, it's the emergence of Phillip Rivers.
I was a year late.
I got the Chargers. They're at home, and I think Phillip Rivers is just going to play lights out. And I think the week that the Colts lose. I don't know if that's a hero pick, but I don't think it is.
It's not really a hero pick.
All right, Markeem, I already wrote down Colts for you. Moving on.
Oh, hold on. Can I at least explain why?
Go for it.
I think they'll be able to run on the Chargers, play ball control. Andrew Luck will make the plays they need him to because he's Andrew Luck, and that's what he does. So, yeah, they'll win.
Phil?
Monday Night Football, Andrew Luck, he beats the San Diego Chargers.
Matt Schaub, the insurance man.
Anyways, that's all we have it for today.
The principal of your high school, Matt Schaub. Does he have a principal name, Mr. Schaub? Or a dean of a college, Dean Schaub?
Matt Schaub does my taxes.
I'm Big Red 310. These are Nightmareballa1 and Nightmare10.
He looked like a Schaub, too. You see the big guy? He got the bird's nest.
We're out. Goodbye. This will be a bonus preview added at the end of the show. Just thoughts, Markeem, on his career trajectory?
He's the luckiest nigga in the world.
Yes.
Because he had one game with amazing offense and was plugged in and capitalized on playing a team that was playing for nothing.
Yeah.
While playing with an amazing offense, had the best game in like the history of a franchise, and for that reason alone, it's almost like the nigga hit the lottery. He hit the lottery.
And for that reason alone, he got signed to a contract that gave him $14 million.
Nigga hit the lotto. He had them numbers.
And is being paid by 2 different teams now.
Oh, no. Or my favorite stat. The Raiders are paying Matt Flynn $6 million to not be on their roster.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
Phil, any thoughts as well? Or
I mean, I agree with Markeem. The fact that, one game says right there.
He won he hit the Powerball. That's what happened.
It also didn't hurt the fact that Russell, they pulled the trigger on Russell Wilson, and then that was it for Matt.
I should let you know you garbage. Like some guy who was called too short and didn't have it, like he beat you out for a job. You know what I mean? And you got paid money pretty much to be the starter. You got paid starting quarterback money, and you're sitting behind a guy who don't even make $1 million a year. Nigga, you garbage. Garbage. Oh, man.
That is all we have to say for that today. A much happier ending to you two take.
Nah, Matt Schaub's still terrible.
Tony,